Over here coming off the racetrack, though, or where the wall is, you've got such a berm on this racetrack, and it does a couple different things. Number one, it proves to be a launching pad for these drivers as well when they come off turn number 4. Ben, think about the race we did here 2 years ago. We saw Ricky Thornton Jr. and Tyler Erb go right down to the last lap, and it was Turbo throwing a Hail Mary on this high side of the racetrack to get the win. And then again, you think back to the Illini 100 they had here just a month ago as well with our friends at the Outlaws. Nick Hoffman, he actually went up over this berm, thought he was out of the park and wasn't even going to trip the scoring loop. Instead, he was able to hang on and get a win. This high side in turns 3 and 4, it's a live by the sword, die by the sword place to be. But man, when you hit it right, it is the place to be here at Farmer City.
Could we have 3 photo finishes in a row? The Kentucky Derby, Kyle Larson winning at Kansas, and here tonight at Farmer City.
I don't see a reason that we can't. They come in threes, James. That's what I'm told. They come in threes.
Mystic Dan won. Now, Mystic Dan won by a nostril.
Hey, he won a lot of money for a lot of people doing it. A lot of money on the line here tonight. And I tell you what, a lot of great events coming up here on FloRacing. You talked about the high limit sprint cars, of course, 34 Raceway here tonight. They're going to be heading out to the East Coast as well. Outlaw, Utica, Rome, all on the schedule coming up for them. Castro FloRacing Night in America presented by Kubota, May 14th. This coming Tuesday, scheduled to be at Jim Price's Brownstown Speedway, the short track Super Series at Akron Speedway in New York. The Cars Tour, James, and then, hey, it's time for our buddies at the Lucas Oil Late Model, NLRA Late Model Series to come in. I'm excited for that weekend. Not only Lebanon Midway, but also Farmington Empire down in Farmington, Missouri. Some new places getting some love on the dirt late model scene. And, of course, the IRA Sprint Cars at Plymouth and Angel Park coming up May 18th and 19th. All of this here on FloRacing.
Hey, and good luck to our good friends Brad Stevens, Jesse Mina tonight at 34, and in the Gundakers tomorrow night at Tri-City with the high limit. Well, coming up here in just a short while, as far as your cars are entered into the staging area, 55 of them. Here tonight, there will be 8 groups of hot laps at a Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. You're watching the Farmer City 74 from Farmer City Raceway in Farmer City, Illinois. We'll be right back here on MAV TV on FloRacing.
I don't know what it is. I totally feel like I'm a kid again when I get on my buzz bike.
Horsepower, baby. You know me, I like horsepower.
We no longer bring golf carts to the racetrack because we have buzz bikes.
Race fans, Dirt Draft is your #1 fantasy racing app. Play along with hundreds of events each year featuring the biggest stars in series and racing. Draft your team each race night and compete against hundreds of fans across the country. Or start your private league to battle your friends for the ultimate bragging rights. Accumulate points each race night and cash those points in for top prizes from the biggest brands. Sign up today and learn more at dirtdraft.com or download a Google Play or the App Store. Dirt Draft, your fantasy racing edge.
Dave Poske's Performance Parts has been serving the Ohio River Valley and racers from all across the country since 1978, and they are the home to Hoosier Tire, Ohio Valley, and Octane Race Products. Stop in and shop all of the nation's top brands, including Winners Performance, Willwood Brakes, Bill Stein Shocks, Hyperco Springs, Maxima Race Oils, Impact Safety Equipment, along with hundreds of others. You can also visit Dave Poske's Performance Parts online at Poske.com as we ship UPS and truck freight daily. Dave Poske's Performance Parts, serving the Ohio River Valley and racers all across the country since 1978.
The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is brought to you by General Tire. For whatever you do, General Tire delivers. By Lucas Oil, keep that engine alive. And by E3 Spark Plugs, what are you running? We talked about our good friends at 34 Raceway, high limits tonight. Also on Flow, 45 wing sprint cars there tonight. Awesome.
Yeah, great turnout over there. Brad, Jesse, and the gang, they've had their fair share of bad weather as well, so glad to see them have a beautiful night up there. So 55 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series competitors here tonight, up 14 over a year ago, 33 Dirt Car UMP mods, 7 Kid mods. James, that means in 3 divisions. We got 95 cars in the pit area, complete shows for everybody here tonight, and we're moments away from Dirt Draft Hot Laps. This is fun, man. This is fun. This is what you come to Illinois for. The racetrack looks fantastic. And pulling in today, the amount of campers here, it's been a minute since I've seen these many here. It's great to see the fans coming out in full force for Farmer City and Fairbury. Well,
Dirt Draft, we always talk about it, right? Dirt Draft Hot Laps. Now, Dirt Draft Hot Laps do mean something in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. There will be a cash award to the driver that has the most hot lap awards during the season, Ben. But if you're a new subscriber, you get your free T-shirt.
Hey, you can't go wrong with a free T-shirt, bragging rights, and it's a lot of fun. DJ, admittedly, the three of us is the best, and I really can't hold you accountable, James, because you always forget to put a lineup in. When I put one in, I am awful. DJ is very good. DJ, if you got your Dirt Draft lineup ready to rock here
I got my Dirt Draft lineup in, and I actually know James's password as well.
He does.
If you would like it, I could actually sell that to you for a minimal cost.
We figured out it was Jim Curry 7, right?
John Gill 75 would be.
That's Michael Rigsby's, I think.
How about it, Dustin? Cole Perrine, the Mid-Ohio Valley driver, did he not win at Tyler County a few weeks ago?
The most famous driver from Lowell, Ohio since Bruce Dennis. Yeah. He got his first super late model win at Tyler County just a couple weeks ago. Yeah, he had a little kerfuffle with Jake Hawkins on the last lap to do that. Good to see him here. I talked to him last night. They were debating on sticking around here, going to Lernerville. They made the right call. Lernerville's ULMS show rained out. And, guys, we've got the first set of Dirt Draft Hot Laps pulling on the racetrack.
And speaking of rainouts, after last weekend, Brandon Shepard and Tyler Erb still have perfect attendance in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. So
it's debatable who's on tour, who's not.
Who knows? We'll know more at some point. How about Jonathan Davenport, three-time series champion, Ben? He's in the Nutrient Ag Solutions Cornet Power under the hood here tonight in car number 49.
Behind him, it'll be New Waverly, Texas, Tyler Erb, the Clements-powered Rocket, bulk material lift, best performance motorsports entry, and he's got a win on the series here in 2024.
And behind him is the 45 car. That'll be Kyle Hammer. Good to have him back with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. That Troy Page Excavating 45. Saw his dad down in the pit area earlier, and he's made a promise to me at Eldora on the stage. He and Vic Hill will have an arm wrestling match.
Well, he was bench pressing a Hyundai when I saw him down there.
So good to have Kyle Hammer. He's out of Clinton, Illinois.
Right. Behind him in the 2M, Matthew Michelson out of Keokuk, Iowa, the Kryptonite race car. The only Kryptonite in the pit area, the Thornton Farms Kirchner Racing engine entry.
Yeah, glad to have him with us out of Keokuk, Iowa. Who are the two most famous drivers from Keokuk, Iowa?
Is Ike from there?
No.
Who's
Ernie Durr and Ramo Stott.
You got me. See, I lost right there.
There's the Vomac truck salesman right back. 28. That is Dennis Erb Jr. out of Carpentersville, Illinois, in car number 28.
Behind him, running for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year competition, second in the standings, that is Drake Troutman. Drake Troutman out of Hindman, PA. A couple wins on the year. And the Longhorn J. Dickens powered Wheeler Fleet Solutions, car number 7.
And is Boom out there?
He is. He is right behind Drake
There
Troutman.
is Boom, the excess storage. Dave Warren, Power Sports 99B out of Bear Lake, Pennsylvania. How you like the new look on the 99? The light, I guess, lighter blue.
Clean. Of course, Boom had the legendary crash here at Farmer City about 7 or 8 years ago now. Hard getting into turn number 3. Caught that concrete, knocked the whole clip off the back of that race car. But, man, he loves these Illinois ovals, and he finds himself back here at Farmer City Raceway. And I tell you what, James, I love bull rings. This is a fun racetrack.
Absolutely.
And getting them set for Dirt Draft Hot Laps. Head over to Dirt Draft, get your lineup in, and if you're a new subscriber, you're going to get some cool goodies to go with it and bragging rights. And who knows, if you're playing all year with Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, you might be on the stage at the end of the year if you're the champion.
Absolutely. You get $100,000 play money.
I wish it
You got 5 drivers. You got to keep it within that salary cap. And I've had to start over how many times I've gone over the salary cap, and it won't let me continue on. But anyway, pick your top 5 in the field. Now, you got to do it before the heat races. You can't wait until the heats are done.
Well, it looks like we have turned the yellow lights out around the speedway, the Dave Warren Power Sports yellow lights, and we're going to have the green flag flying here as we get set. Dirt Draft Hot Laps here, the Blaker Concrete Farmer City 74 from Farmer City Raceway in Farmer City, Illinois, here on a beautiful Friday evening. I tell you what, right now, James, a lot of times early in the night, it's just pretty slimy. This racetrack looks good right now. They've done a great job. It's been a windy day here, so they've had to stay on top of it, but racetrack looking really nice here early in the evening.
Yeah, Lance Speaker expecting a huge crowd again here tonight again, Fairbury. Matt Curl, I know they're getting ready for tomorrow night, looking for that $30,000 to win race.
Yeah, they've been working hard on that. Weather has really plagued this area. Both these tracks last week finally got their season openers in. And, hey, it was Garrett Alberson that picked up the weekly win at both racetracks last week. And he's going to be in contention here tonight as getting times on the board here at Dirt Draft Hot Laps. And again, this gives guys a chance to go back, get them tuned up. As you said, James, tonight we will have All-Star Performance Qualifying Group A and B. Group A will make up heat races 1, 2, and 3. Group B, heat races 4, 5, and 6.
Well, Garrett Alberson has had, in the last 3 Lucas Oil races, 3 podium finishes. So his best finish ever has been a third. Can he get a second tonight or get that first win? There's the 157 car, currently 4th in the championship point standings. He's in the Bruning Rock Products Skyline Motorsports Truck Country entry. That is Mike Marlar. Mike Marlar, the only 3-time winner of the Lucas Oil Knoxville Late Model Nationals. He hails out of Winfield, Tennessee, Ben.
And behind him, a 3-time Prairie Dirt Classic champion, Shannon Babb, the Moequa Missile out of Moequa, Illinois. The Petrov Towing, Donnelly Trucking, Donna Gross Seed, Vic Hill Powered Longhorn for Shannon Babb.
Behind him, the Thomason Express, Bob and Lisa Cullen entry out of Chatham, Illinois. That is Squirrel Brian Shirley. Brian Shirley, of course, a longtime runner here at Farmer City. So, like you said, you come here and you've got to have Shirley and Babb and Fager and Shepard and Pierce and, man, we need Roger Long and Bob Pierce and Steve Hillard and
Snooky
Dame and Tom Reitz. That's who we need.
Well, the 162 down the back straightaway, a regular here at Farmer City Raceway out of Catlin, Illinois. That'll be Logan Moody, the Mullins-powered MB Custom Nuts and Bolts Carnegie Towing and Repair 162.
Nuts and Bolts, I like it. The 7R out of, he's in the Stokely Materials entry out of Georgetown, Delaware. That is Ross Robinson. Ross Robinson in car number 7, currently 14th in the championship points for the Lucas Oil Series.
Corey Lawler 4th in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year battle out of Hanover, Pennsylvania. The 93 Dryden Kaufman's Auto Clinic Pro Power Racing Engine Rocket Chassis.
And also on the track to 33-4 is Billy Huff. Billy Huff out of Thomasboro, Illinois, with us here for the first time this year in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. So Group 2 hot laps, third draft hot laps with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
All right, we're back.
Well, missing Data, who was good at Port Royal, by the way.
Well, let me tell you what happened. I'm just going to go ahead and just call it what it is. Last night, we got rained out. Some of the drivers didn't get their transponders back to us, and I had to pick some up today for our score Brad Hockaday. Guess who's had the transponders in their bag in the tower at the loop, creating chaos? Yours truly, DJ. You just can't make this up.
You had one job. You let me pit report one night, and you just go up there and mess the whole thing up.
DJ, as you know, it's been one of those weeks.
It is, yes.
One of those weeks. I'm glad Ashley asked. We'd have never figured it out.
Thank God
that happen.
Thank God Michael Rigsby's taken us out the last couple of nights because we've needed that.
We've had that happen somewhere. Somebody, I believe, in the grandstands.
They got the grandstands. I've seen that happen before.
Yeah.
Well, the next set of cars are on the speedway. The 99 Junior on your screen out of Frankfort, Illinois. He's only got one transponder on that car, and it's supposed to be on there. That'll be Frank Keckenes Jr. in the Storage Squares USA Indy U-Pull at Ryan Powered Longhorn for Frank Keckenes Jr.
Always sharp-looking car there. Behind him, the 89 car. That'll be his cousin, Mike Spatola, out of Manhattan, Illinois, in the B&D Chemical car number 89. First time with us since he ran down at East Bay.
Welcome back, Mitch McGrath, the 74 out of Waukesha, Wisconsin, the Pro Power Racing Engine Rocket XR1 Gary Bellman Trucking entry. And behind him, James, that's going to be the one to watch, Mike Harrison, the mod standout, 625 career wins, the Franklin Enterprises, Midwest Excavating, Lampley Motorsports, Durham-powered Rocket XR1.
31 AUS, that is Kai Blight, the Paul Stubber entry. 31 car, Bunbury, Western Australia.
Iowa City, Iowa's Matt Furman's out there. The Pro Power Racing Engine Longhorn Furman Builders. Dr. Keith Stanley entry. Ledford's going to go back to the pit area immediately, not liking something on that number 8 car. As you see, Kai Blight, the 31. He is going to be over here for several months racing, and we're glad to have him here tonight at Farmer City Raceway. And probably the smartest guy in the pit area right there, Matt Furman, the engineer at the 51. Last night was going to be his first race of the year. It got rained out, so tonight, and we're going to jinx him just like that, James, as he parks at the top of turn 1 and 2. She's a little tricky right now. If you get into that cushion, we talked about the bottom of the track race not being too bad, but it is slimy as you move up. DJ, watching these guys down there, we've seen more than a few drivers have a handful.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a little choppy in the corners right now. Let's just call it what it is, right? But we also know that when Farmer City gets like that, that means it's usually really good at the end of the night. Hey, real quick, James Essex and I, we were talking to Matt Furman in the pit area a little earlier this evening, and I think James made a comment. James said, oh my, the most famous person in Iowa City since Caitlin Clark, right? And then Matt said, I saw her one time at a Starbucks, he said, and she was about 8 foot tall, and she was on her phone and walked right by me. He said, I was surprised she didn't even know who I was.
Yeah, she's a Hoosier now. She's in Indiana playing for the Fever there.
She's selling a lot of basketball tickets is what she's doing. Well, the next set of has let out, James, and that's going to be the guy you talked about a little while ago, Cole Perrine.
Yeah.
Out of Lowell, Ohio, one win on the year. That came at Tyler County Speedway. The Matt's Custom Auto, J. Dickens powered Longhorn.
Mine in the 27, making his Lucas Oil debut tonight. It'll be Colby Shepard. And I saw him a few weeks ago at Macon here on FloRacing of the Mars Series, and welcome him to Super Late Model Racing up from the crates in car 27.
It's good to see new faces coming into the sport. The 6 of Clay Harris out of Jupiter, Florida, your current O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year points leader with the series 13th in the overall standings. The Rescue Metal Framing Wilkerson Farms Durham-powered rocket chassis for Clay Harris in car 6.
How about Brian Green turning the wrenches on that, currently leading the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase, as you mentioned. By him, the 122. That is Timmy Dick. Timmy Dick in his Lucas Oil debut tonight. In that number 122, he is out of Monticello, Illinois, in that rocket chassis.
Chris Simpson out of Oxford, Iowa, rolls out of turn 4. The Hoker Trucking, Randy Davidson Trucking, Superior Cleaning Service, Durham-powered Longhorn for Chris Simpson in car 32.
Sponsored by every trucking company in the state of Iowa.
Well, Furman's got every doctor on the side of that race car. He's got every trucking company, and behind him, a driver that's picked up a lot of momentum early in the year, James.
Yeah.
Originally was going to run the tour. It's going to kind of back up and look at next year. That'll be Daniel Adam in the 75, the Illinois native, now residing in Wade, North Carolina. Adam Family Motorsports Mobilization Funding, Rocket XR1.
And behind him, the 19R. He's on a roll, isn't he? And that Infinity chassis, that a Todd Cooney Motorsports entry, that is Ryan Gustin. Ryan Gustin, the 19R, out of Marshalltown, Iowa. Did we get everybody?
I think we did, yes, sir.
You mentioned Daniel Adam leading the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase, followed by Drake Troutman, Brendan Smith, Corey Lawler, and Carson Ferguson. You think Carson Ferguson can make up a huge deficit now? He's in on car owner points, obviously, with Paler Motorsports, but he ran 10th at Port Royal a few weeks ago.
Ray Cook told me a few weeks ago he would take a tour full of Carson Ferguson's. Carson Ferguson, he said the only guy that has ever sent him a Christmas present, sent him a Longhorn gift card last year for Christmas. He said, I've never got a Christmas present in the mail from a racer, but I can't say that after Carson Ferguson did that.
How about Gustin?
He's fast. He's looking good right now, DJ.
Yeah, he sure is. I tell you what, another guy that I was keeping an eye on that, at least from the naked eye, looked pretty good, the 27 Sea Shep. Colby Shepard, as you guys mentioned, no relation to Brandon. I talked to Colby a little bit last night at Lincoln before we got rained out, making the move up full-time to super late models this year after having run a crate for about the last 5 or 6 years. And as James mentioned, he went out, he set fast time, and he won the first heat race in the Mars opener at Peoria a couple weeks ago. I talked to Colby about that last night at Lincoln. He said, yeah, he said it kind of went all downhill from there. He said, but you know what? He said, I just need seat time. He said, and I need wrench time as well. He said, right now, I'm kind of a one-man show. He said, I got a little bit of help. He said, but I'm having to do a lot of work on this race car all myself.
We talked about Dustin and Ben. We talked about Jeffrey Ledford, who won a heat race, I believe, at Fairbury last week.
Yes, sir.
Was scheduled to start up front, but scratched from the feature, and he didn't even get a full lap in hot laps tonight, so hopefully he'll get that car fixed and back in action here tonight. There's the 17 SS running for O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year. That is Brendan Smith in his dad Sean Smith's car. The Plum Crazy Plumbing 17 SS out of Dade City, Florida.
And he'll shoot past Robin Huffman out of Midland City, Illinois. The Rocket XR1, elusive competition engine, Hamlin Farms and Trucking entry for the 33H. And I tell you what, James, it's good to see A-Dog back. Alan Weiser in the 25W, the Mr. Towitz, DR Plastics Incorporated Titan Industries entry. He is a powerhouse in the mods around here. He has been strong in the late models. Good to see him back.
Former Dirt Track World Champion, the 10, Garrett Smith, and his dad Scott Smith's car. The Terminal Maintenance and Construction, Atlanta Paving, a number 10 car out of Eatonton, Georgia. There's the 20 car. 4-time series champion, looking for his 5th championship this year. Would be a record Second all-time winningest driver in the Responding to Company Boot Test Full Service Ultimate Towing and Recovery 20. That is Jimmy Owens out of Newport, Tennessee. Ben.
Cody Overton on your screen, the Evans, Georgia driver, the Molly TriStar engine and transmission, Stein Motorsports Excel chassis.
Yes.
Yeah, I loved all the different chassis in the pit area. How about the Gundakers out in full force on the speedway? That's going to be T-Rev, Trevor Gundaker, that Clements Power Longhorn, Woody Bopper Trucking 11T, one-time winner a year ago.
And his brother out there is also Gordy Gundaker. They were the last cars into the pit area here tonight. As we'll wait here on group number 5, hot laps in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. You mentioned that Excel chassis. Talon Center, the crew chief on Cody Overton's car. So we'll see how we've got coming up here. Do you got anything on my race pass?
Checking on that one. DJ, what have you got from the infield?
The only thing I had was Cody Overton has not only been doing a lot of late model racing, he's been moonlighting behind the wheel of an IMCA modified as well, driving one of Timmy Curran's cars in his spare time. I saw him at Independence Motor Speedway on Monday night. He came up one spot short of making the inaugural IMCA Summer Challenge Series race there.
There's the 40B car. Yes, Ben. Race Car Engineering. Worcester's Equipment 40B out of Brandon, Florida. That is Kyle Bronson.
Behind him, the winner here last Friday, and then on Saturday at Fairbury, Garrett Alberson. Now 2 wins on the year for the driver currently 8th in the series points. The Clements Powered Longhorn, Bill Sport Shop, and Romer Machine and Welding for the 58 of Garrett Alberson.
Behind him, the 6th in the points, the big winner, the East Bay Winter Nationals finale. Jeff Gullett helping turn in the wrenches tonight. His brother Ethan Wilson. Nick Hardy, who was the crew chief, has left that team, has gone to Hudson O'Neill. That is the JRR Motorsports MGL Auto Sales 18D out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, the big perm. That is Dalton Wilson.
Behind him, last year's O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, Max Blair, and the Pennsylvania driver in the Centerline Motorsports Upstate Auto Group, Clements Powered Longhorn. One-time winner this year is Max Blair.
Yeah, his last 3 Lucas Oil races, top 10s, including a Todd Steel Buildings hard charger. And also out on the track behind him, there's the 81 car. That is Jason Riggs, right? Jason Riggs.
Yes, sir.
Out of College Grove, Tennessee, in that Riggs Drilling Solutions car number 81. Glad to have him back with us here tonight. And there's the guy we was just talking about, Carson Ferguson.
Yes, sir. Over in turns 3 and 4, Carson Ferguson of the Payor Motorsports, Hoopaw Grading Company, Franklin Enterprises, Clements Powered Longhorn chassis by Wesley Page for Carson Ferguson, a 2-time winner this year, trying to make up a lot of ground in that Rookie of the Year battle.
Last year's World of Outlaw Series Rookie of the Year, the NOS Energy Drink entry for Ty Torek. That is Nick Hoffman. Nick Hoffman now hailing out of Mooresville, North Carolina, in car number 9. I believe that's it. Group 6 Dirt Draft Hot Laps with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series.
Racetrack looking good. Starting to widen out nicely on both ends, especially down in 1 and 2, 3 and 4. They're still just about halfway up the racetrack. And as you said, Garrett Alberson, man, a ton of momentum before he won the 2 races last week. He's excited to get back here. And Nick Hoffman has really found his stride in 2024 as well on that Ty Torek Racing number 9.
I wonder how much time you'll see him come off of turn 4 and go to the outside here on the horse track, right?
He still won. I mean, he still won. And I tell you what,
he's off on the back straightaway right now, and he goes to the pit area, does Nick Hoffman.
Yeah, Hoffman heads right back to the pit area, $25,000 richer after an Outlaws win last week at Mississippi Thunder Speedway. And just like that, the checkered flag drops. Fastest car in that set, Kyle Bronson in the 40B. That driver atop the leaderboard in that set of Dirt Draft Hot Laps. The Clements Powered Longhorn. DJ, down to you.
I was just thinking between myself, Jason Riggs, Max Blair, this is the biggest gathering of Miami Dolphins fans outside of Miami, Florida, I think. Outside of that, though, real quick, Ben, I know you hit on it earlier. Big shout out to Garrett Alberson, who picked up a win here at Farmers City last Friday and a win at Fairbury last Saturday.
Did you hear the news today, though? The Dolphins are moving to the ACC. They're out of the
well, I don't know if they can beat Clemson, though.
Mute his mic, please.
Florida State, it's tough.
All right, the Valvoline Rocket 1 Celebrity Calf Ranches entry. 2-time Lucas Oil champion in the Mark Richards Racing entry out of Watertown, New York. That is T-Mac Tim McCready.
Ricky Thornton Jr. down the back straightaway, your current Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Midwest Sheet Metal point leader. The SSI Motorsports Hoker Trucking Clements Powered Longhorn. 5 wins on the tour already this year, 8 overall.
And he's won the last 2 Lucas Oil races. He won at Georgetown, Delaware, and Port Royal. Now 33 career wins in a very limited amount of time in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series in the 20 RT. And behind him here at Farmers City Raceway, as we are in the 7th group of hot laps of 8, there's the B5, the Coltman Farms entry. The defending winner of this race out of New Bern, Illinois, that is Brandon Shepard. Brandon Shepard in the B5.
Off at turn 4, former track champion here at Fairbury, McKay Winger, the Reaper out of Fairbury, Illinois, the Dargy-powered Longhorn, and the Curlis Motorsports Creative Kitchens and Baths, Pope Joy Plumbing, Heating and Electric entry. 3 wins a year ago. One of those came right here at Farmer City.
Yeah, and we're missing Kevin Weaver tonight. I know he had some mechanical issues last week, and he's won the last 3 late model championships here at Farmer City. Not in action here tonight. So we got a pair of 99s. McKay Wingers, you mentioned the first one. There's the 99, currently in third in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Championship points. The Lacey Days RV Big River Steel entry for Roger Sellers. That is Devin Moran. Devin Moran in the Chuck Kimball, the crew chief on that car. He is out of Dresden, Ohio.
Rolling out of turn 2 out of Atoka, Tennessee. That'll be J.C. Waller, a one-time winner this year in the Modco Racing Engine, Rocket XR1 Express, Storm Shelters, and O.H. Hendricks Sheet Metal 7W.
And we should have Ryan Unzicker, right?
Yes, sir. He's rolling off into turn 3.
The number 24 car, the veteran driver out of El Paso, Illinois, the 2017 track champion here at Farmers City. His son, who's what, 12? He's going to be in the Kid Mods here tonight. And Tyson Graves on the call for the UMP Mods and the Kid Mods.
You know, one of the drivers that came out of that Kid Mod division in this area, Bobby Pierce.
Yep. Little Bobby, yep.
Not little Kyle, not tiny Kyle.
Not tiny, tiny Kyle. Kyle Bronson, 13.173. That was in the last group. So we'll let you know here around this quarter-mile bull ring. One more group of hot laps left to go here in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Dirt Draft hot laps. Tomorrow night will be our first Arizona Sports Shirts Crown Jewel Cup of the year, $30K to win. And don't forget Sunoco Race Fuels, thanks to their participation. 15 drivers are going to share in $16,000 coming up here in a couple of weeks in Wheatland, Missouri. So do you have anything, sir?
No, sir. But I tell you, I do what I do, have all these bonuses along the way.
Oh, man.
Sunoco and all these great companies. It helps them get these teams up and down the road. And it's hard to believe it's almost Show Me 100 time as car number 32 makes his way to the Speedway, a former Show Me 100 winner. That's Bobby Pierce, 9 wins on the year for the Oakwood, Illinois driver. And the Low Voltage Solutions, Carnegie Towing, Toyota, Danville, Vic Hill Powered Longhorn for Bobby Pierce, your defending World of Outlaws champion.
Last year's winner at Fairbury in the Lucas Oil Series. Behind him, I've changed his card now 3 times this year, but he's in the Coleman Farms. 96 for Brett Coleman. That is Tanner English. Tanner English, former Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Rookie of the Year. The number 96, that is a sharp-looking black car there out of Benton, Kentucky for Tanner English.
That's a sharp-looking race car, the number 71 of Hudson O'Neill, as he's in that family-owned Professional Concrete Cutting Solutions, Wheeler Metals, Merrill Bonding, Cornet Lightning, Powered Longhorn for Huddy. 4 wins on the year. You're defending Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series champion.
Right now standing 5th in the championship points. The reigning World 100 winner is Hudson O'Neill. There's the 11 car. He's in the St. Louis Screw and Bolt number 11, the Longhorn. That is Gordy Gundaker. Gordy Gundaker, remember, had a good run here last year. His best career finish in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series in that car number 11 out of St. Charles, Missouri.
Yeah, he led a lot of laps in that race. The 25 of Jason Fager, 4 wins on the year. 2 of them came in New Zealand. And the Titan Industries Rimtech Enterprises Clements Powered Longhorn for Jason Fager, your defending Mars champion.
I tell you, you got the best of the best of the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, the best of the best here in the state of Illinois. 8th and final group of Dirt Draft hot laps underway.
David Marlowe also in this set, the Deer Creek, Illinois driver.
Not David Marler.
No, not David, but Marlowe. The Custom, the Nettletons, Bloomington Meats, and Lati Daz. That's a fun sponsor outside of the indoor scene.
T-E-A,
yes, sir.
Daz.
Oh, and he goes for a Lati Daz spin over in turn number 2. That will draw the checkered flag before we get the Dave Warren Power Sports caution, as these drivers are going to head back to the pit area. And James, that wraps up Dirt Draft hot laps. They're going to go back and get ready for All-Star Performance qualifying. Meanwhile, it is time to bring the mods out. 33 at last count, and Tyson Graves is going to bring us all the action in the mods and the kids mods here tonight.
All right, thanks, Ben and James. And we're, like you said, 33 modifieds checked in here tonight for their portion of the Farmer City 74. Last year, a great win for Austin Friedman. picking up a very emotional win here during the Farmer City 74 weekend. So we'll see what's in store for us tonight. And several guys in the late model division have won the modified portion of this event in the past. Back in 2017, Jeffrey Ledford, who hopefully will be back in action here later tonight, won in 2017. 2018, Mike Harrison, once again over 600 wins in the modified series. He's behind the wheel of the 33 tonight. Nick Hoffman, he won this thing in 2020 as part of the support class. And then Alan Weiser, also behind the wheel of the 25W tonight in the late model division. He won this in 2021. Also, we're going to have the What Up Dog Kid Mods in action here later tonight as well. Great to see some of the up-and-comers that hopefully will be future drivers for us here in the Dirt Series. So looks like a little bit of track work going on. We want to give a big shout-out to our friends at Blazer Concrete, helping make the Farmer City 74 successful here tonight. And lots of people chimed in all on FloRacing. And a big shout out to Michael Guerin and his wife tuned in over in Hebron, Indiana, as we see some of the track workers scraping some of the dirt off so the drivers can see the wall. So those drivers can safely go through 3 and 4. All right, we're going to take a break here, and we'll be right back here with action with our dirt car open wheel modifieds. Thanks for tuning in here tonight. The Lucas Oil Late Model Series here at the Farmer City 74.
We showed the world what it means to go big. Combining mini mill technology with industry-leading talent, producing steel our customers need in an environmentally responsible way. Now, we're going even bigger. Big River Steel is building a second, highly sustainable and technologically advanced steel mill, allowing us to deliver even more of the sustainable steel needed to solve the challenges of tomorrow without sacrificing performance today. That's big picture steel.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Alrighty, back to Farmer City. Welcome to all those tuned in on Flow tonight. Farmer City 74, late model hot laps in the books. We're getting ready for some hot lap qualifying with your dirt car UMP open wheel modifieds, and they'll all be chasing that track record, which was set by Denny Swartz back in 2012, 13.073. Your first qualifier out on the racetrack is the youngster out of Pontiac, Illinois, in the Bullet chassis. This will be the number 20 of Tanner Sullivan. Tanner Sullivan behind him, the 242 out of Glassford, Illinois. In the 242 there, sponsored by Hoker Trucking, that'll be Evan Fink. And in the number 45, all the way from Success, Mississippi, this will be Chase Holland joining us here tonight in the 45. As they'll come around to complete lap number 1. I'm not seeing the live times. And looks like Chase Holland on top there, 14.471, 14.714 for Tanner Sullivan, and Evan Fink, 14.757. Next up will be the 777 out of Mackinac, Illinois. Finished second in points here at the Farmer City Raceway last year. That'll be Trevor Neville. Also out there with him, the number 99 out of Corbin, Kentucky. That'll be Blake Brown. And the 05 out of Liberty, Illinois. That will be Dave Wheatholder. Dave Wheatholder, your next 3 cars here on the track in modified hot lap qualifying action. There's a good shot of Dave Wheatholder for those tuned in on MAV TV on Flow. All chasing the 45. Of Chase Holland. Trevor Neville, he'll be third quick, 14.535. And Blake Brown, new quick time there, 14.242 in the number 99. Next up, it's the number 73, joining us out of West Chicago, Illinois. That'll be Mark Rhodes. Not seeing him make the call there. Behind him, the D98 driver out of Argenta, Illinois. That'll be Danny Smith. There's Mark Rhodes joining us there on the track. And your final caller out there in the number 3 out of Forest, Illinois. This will be Carson Friedman. Carson Friedman in the Livingstone Company Dyer's Top Rods, number 3. Six cars so far have taken their time. Next 3 are out there right now. Carson Friedman, 14.585, good enough for 5th quick. Yeah, no transponder, no time for the 73. The D98 there, 15.508. Your next 3 qualifiers making their way out on the racetrack in the number 14 out of Fairbury, Illinois. This will be the Titan Industry-sponsored machine of Caton McWhorter. Here's last year's winner out of Fairbury, Illinois, in the number 89. That'll be Austin Friedman. And then your final car out there, the number 21, the driver out of Fairbury, Illinois. That'll be Landon Whitfield. Landon Whitfield out there in the 21. All chasing Blake Brown right now, 14.242 on top of the speed charts. Austin Friedman, that'll be new quick time, 14.101. Landon Whitfield, he'll jump up to second quick, 14.233. And Caden McWhorter, 14.375. So a fast group of cars here. Austin Friedman, now your new top time, 14.101 after 11 cars. Next up in the 18L, the driver out of Fowler, Illinois, a regular on the Mars Tour. That'll be Michael Long. Michael Long in the 18L. Good shot of him down the back straightaway there. Next up will be the 66. Always has a lot of success up here on the Illinois Bull Rings out of Owensboro, Kentucky. That'll be Cole Falloway. Cole Falloway in the 66. And your final driver out there in the K9, it's the Willie Carburetor's Bilstein Shock sponsored machine. That will be Will Krupp. Will Krupp in the K9. Michael Long good enough for 5th quick on his opening lap there. Cole Falloway 6th quick. All chasing Austin Friedman at 14.101. Will Krupp 8th quick on his first lap. Michael Long a little slower on his second lap there. Caden McWhorter there 5th quick. Will Krupp will move up to 6th quick there on his second lap. Next up is the number 88S. This is a driver out of Chadsworth, Illinois. That'll be Alan Stipp. Alan Stipp joining us here tonight. Behind him, the youngster out of Peoria, Illinois in the 17D. That'll be the driver named Deegan Dozart. Deegan Dozart in the 17D. And behind him in the 77, former winner at the Gateway Dirt Nationals, that is Ray Bollinger. Ray Bollinger in the 77. We're about halfway through Dirt Car UMP Open Wheel Modified Qualifying. Still Austin Friedman currently on top, 14.101. Alan Stipp will be 9th quick on his opening lap. Bollinger 16th quick, 14.855. Second lap for Dozart. That's good enough for 14th quick. And the second lap for Ray Bollinger, much better. He'll jump up to 6th quick there, 14.402. Next up on the speedway in the number 81P, the driver out of Hillsdale, Indiana. This will be Austin Phelps. Austin Phelps there. The nice patriotic 81P wrap on that one. Behind him in the 96M. He was a big winner here just about a month ago during the Illini 100 weekend with the Mars Racing Series. We'll see if he can do it again. That Longhorn chassis Popejoy Construction 96M, that's Mike McKinney. And then behind him in the 8K out of Mount Vernon, Indiana, that'll be no stranger here to Farmer City. That'll be Levi Kissinger in the 8K. Mike McKinney, his opening lap's good enough for 4th quick, 14.283, 14.283. Levi Kissinger 19th. He's going to want to have a better lap on lap number 2. Phelps, his second lap good enough for 20th quick. McKinney will stay 4th quick on his second lap. And Kissinger will move up a couple more spots there, 17th quick. Still Austin Friedman on top of that, 14.101. Next up in the number 5 out of Bourbonnais, Illinois, this will be Stephen Brooks. Stephen Brooks joining us here for the first time here in 2024. Behind him in the number 4 UW out of St. Charles, Missouri, that'll be Bobby Reggett. And behind him in the 110, he was with us here last week out of Tonica, Illinois, that'll be Landon Miller. Landon Miller in the 110. Lap number 1 for Stephen Brooks, good enough for 13th quick. Still Austin Friedman, 14.101, showing the way here. 23 cars have taken time now. Landon Miller, 20th quick. Stephen Brooks, 13th fastest on his second lap. And Landon Miller will jump up to 16th quick, much better on his second effort. Next up will be the number 11. This will be Bryce Cunningham. Bryce Cunningham in the Chuck's Towing and Company sponsored number 11. Behind him is the number 35, driver out of Ashland, Illinois. This will be Brandon Roberts. Brandon Roberts in the 35. And then your final car out here in this group is the 21W out of Fairbury, Illinois. This will be Wes Ricketts. Wes Ricketts in the 21W. Opening lap, Bryce Cunningham there, 15.606. 15.606. Brandon Roberts, 21st quick. And Wes Ricketts, 16.004. Lap number 2, Bryce Cunningham, a little bit quicker there, 15.252. And the 21W there, Wes Ricketts, 15.707. A little bit quicker on his second lap. Just a handful of cars left here in Dirt Car UMP Hot Lap qualifying. Next up will be the number 22, the driver they call the Kentuckian, out of Utica, Kentucky. That'll be Josh Harris. Josh Harris in the 22. Behind him, the 24T, a regular here at Farmer City, out of Pontiac, Illinois. This will be the Trevor Ringel in the 24T. And then your final qualifier out of Claypool, Indiana, the number 24. That'll be Zeke McKenzie. Zeke McKenzie in the other number 24. Trevor Ringel getting up for 22nd quick there on his first lap. Zeke McKenzie will be 12th quick. He'll put down a lap of 14.517. Josh Harris, 14.528. Good enough for 13th quick. And Zeke McKenzie will jump all the way up to 8th quick, 14.434 there on the second lap. This should be your final qualifiers of the night. First one, four-time and defending champion here at the Farmer City Raceway in the Mark Busch Race Car 37L out of Pontiac, Illinois. That'll be the Madman Mikey Ledford. Behind him will be the 1A. That'll be Stephen Meyer Jr. Stephen Meyer Jr. in the 1. Austin Friedman, 14.101. We'll see if his quick time will hold up here with your final group on the track, and looks like the number 5 car is around. Matthew Blake, the driver of that 5 car. He'll get that thing turned back around, and we'll get this last group back green. There's a good shot of the Madman Mikey Ledford. Still a teenager. 4 track champions here, 2 times at Fairbury, 6 track championships. He's had quite a few years here as a teenager here in Central Illinois. Stephen Meyer will be 14th quick. 14th quick for Stephen Meyer on his opening lap. Stephen Meyer will remain 14th. And Michael Ledford, he'll end up 2nd quick, 14.204. So great effort there from Ledford. So it'll be Landon Whitfield 3rd quick, 14.233. The Madman Mikey Ledford there late qualifying, 14.204. And how about it, race fans? Your fast qualifier in the number 89. He won this event last year and trying to go back-to-back here tonight. He's got quick time 14.101. And next up, we got a group of Kid Mod coming out here. Do you have that list? And like the guys mentioned earlier, Brody Unzicker, son of Ryan Unzicker, going to be making his debut here tonight in the Kid Mods at Farmer City. So excited to see that. Got a few names that I've seen here last year. Keaton Lyons of the 3X going to be with us. Brody Brandon, the B96. Gregory Doer, the 26D. Liam Gray, 99G. Zeke Williamson, the 3W. Remember him from last year as well. And it's been pretty interesting. We've seen some of these guys move up into the Pro Mod division here at Farmer City this year. So this is a great place to start. I've seen pictures back in the day. Bobby Pierce won over at Brownstown in a Kid Mod. So a lot of these drivers that we see out here running the modified super late models, they got their start here in the Kid Mods, and it's great to see these young kids put their talent on display here tonight. Once again, thanks to the fans tuned in on MAV TV, on FloRacing. Big shout out to our friends at Blazer Concrete, sponsoring the Farmer City 74 here tonight. Finally getting the Illinois Speed Weeks underway. Had a couple rainouts the last couple nights, but looks like we're going to have some great racing action here at Farmer City. Some great events coming up at the Farmer City Raceway this year. We always have a great time. It'll be July 5th this year. Be our fan appreciation night, $5 to get in. Have fireworks, the whole city behind it. It's a great time here. Especially we had the Illini 100 earlier this year, the Farmer City 74 now becoming one of the biggest events we have each year. And here comes our kid mods now. There's your first one, the 3X. That'll be Keaton Lyons. Keaton Lyons in the 3X. Behind him, the 25K. That's Braden Braymeyer. And then behind him, the number 26. That's Gregory Dare. Gregory Dare in the 26. The 99G. That'll be Liam Gray. Liam Gray in that machine. Looks like we're going to have 2 sessions here of hot laps, and they'll go green. There's a good shot of Caden Braymeyer. There's the 26 car of Gregory Dare. New to the kid mods this year here at Farmer City. The What Up Dog Kid Mods, some great sponsors making it happen. Thanks to one of our big track supporters here, Daryl Dick. His family has raced here for many years. And he does a great job with the What Up Dog 40 we'll have later this year for the Pro Mods. But big shout out to Triple C Welding, Camos Lawn and Tree Service, a couple of the sponsors here in the Kid Mod division. Also shout out to Old Time Ice Cream. They're here tonight. Go down there to turn number 1, get you a cup of that ice cream. Had some myself this afternoon. John Reynolds, Frank Tharp, Gary and Judy Barnes helping sponsor the trophies this year. And of course, big shout out to Daniel Krause designing those checks. And going to be an exciting year for the kid mods here at Farmer City. And there's a good look at some drivers checking out the track there before qualifying. Looks like Kyle Bronson, one of those. Out here on the track, though, there's the 24, like I said, making his debut tonight, Brody Unzicker. Going to be fun to watch him. There's the 13 out there, and the 96. That's Brody Brandon in the B96. And then the 3W there is Zeke Williamson. And we'll look to go green. Our final hot laps of the night. Coming up next will be Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series qualifying. Flo, tweet your seat. Give a shout out to Dylan Wildermood, tuned in down in Tennessee. Glad to have you watching, buddy. And that's throws out the checkered flag here for hot laps. And that will wrap it up. And James, we're getting close. Ben, we'll bring you back in. Super late model qualifying coming up. It's going to be a dandy.
Thank you very much, Tyson, as we get set for All-Star Performance Super Late Model Qualifying, as we've got hot lap qualifying in the books for the mods, and the kids mods went out for their hot lap session. Tonight, the Blaker Concrete Farmer City 74, the track record, Brandon Shepard back on April 15, 2019, an 11.750. And hey, he won this race a year ago. Now, from when it started to where it ended was almost 72 hours because it came a monumental rainstorm right after the heats last year.
It was the only cloud in Illinois was over the racetrack.
And it found us. And it found us. And finished the show on Monday. Brandon Shepard topped Gordy Gundaker to get that win. But Shepard, the track record holder and defending event winner, $25,000 on the line. Garrett Alberson on your screen talking with crew chief R.C. Whitwell. R.C.'s won a few races over the years. And Garrett's talking about how he did a little Dukes of Hazzard action last week and went to victory lane here. Tonight, Garrett is trying to become the 91st different driver to go to victory lane, pick up a VLAN feature win. As I tell you what, man, there's been a lot of great ones over the years. 90 winners in 856 events. And tonight, Garrett would love to be winner number 91.
He was on the podium at Georgetown and Port Royal. Third place finishes. He's had 3 of them this year. He's never finished second in a Lucas Oil race. And nor has he ever won one. Maybe tonight's the night. We're ready to go. It'll be the 99B. He hails out of Bear Lake, Pennsylvania, currently sitting 16th in the points. That is Boom Briggs. Boom Briggs of the day, Warren Power Sports, XS Storage. Trans 58, Briggs Transport, Rocket Clements, followed by the number 1 out into Waverly, Texas. That'll be Tyler Erb and the Eric and Kelly Brock. Sunoco Race Fuels, Roberts Beat Company, First Class Septic, Bulk Material Lift, Anthony's Pizza, Santa Weld, Rocket Clements, and the 49 out of Blairsville, Georgia, Jonathan Davenport, Band of the Nutrient Ag Solutions, Donna Grow Seed, Lucas Oil, Bill Stein, ASC Warranty, Mark Martin Automotive, Mega Plumbing, the Carolinas, BP Fuels, Longhorn, Cornet tonight for Lance and Darla Landers.
And again, this will make up heat races 1, 2, and 3 out of this group as Boone Briggs 13.252. Time to beat Jonathan Davenport 12.693. 12.693. Boone Briggs second fastest 13.190. And Davenport will stay atop the leaderboard. Tyler Erb up to second. And Davenport faster on his second lap, 12.578. That's the time to beat, 12.578 for Jonathan Davenport.
And the next trio up next, Ben, will be the number 7 car, currently second in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase. It'll be Drake Troutman. He's out of Hinman, Pennsylvania. Hinman, you can say whatever you want to. RFI Resources, Wheeler Fleet Solutions, Bill Stein. Stone Natural Resources, Jerry Siding, Roofing and Windows. Certainty, Thunderhill Trucking. Morocco Welding, Longhorn, Jay Dickens for DTR Motorsports. Followed by the 28 at Carpentersville, Illinois, Dennis Erb Jr., the McBride Mac, Bomac Truck Sales. Fox Shocks, Ideal Ready Mix, Kaiser Manufacturing, Rocket Clements, and Kyle Hammer, the 45. He's out of Clinton, Illinois. He's in the Elite Contracting Services. Troy Page, Excavating, Allgaier Motorsports, Shepherd Auto Sales and Salvage, Precision Recovery, and Illini Pride Automotive, Longhorn, Durham, 45.
Dennis Erb Jr. second fastest, Drake Troutman fifth, Kyle Hammer sixth. They'll come around for lap 2. Jonathan Davenport time to beat at 12.578. And Troutman up to second fastest. Dennis Erb Jr. will stay third. We'll see if Kyle Hammer can improve on lap number 2. And Hammer will stay sixth. So it's Jonathan Davenport, Drake Troutman, Dennis Erb Jr., your top 3.
All-Star Performance Group A continues. Matthew Michelson, not Phil Mickelson's brother, but it's Michelson, Keokuk, Iowa. How about that?
I love it.
The Kryptonite, Kircher Racing Engine, Sarah Environmental, Thornton Farms, and Mount Union Chicken Ranch. Followed by the 7 out of Georgetown, Delaware. That is Ross Robinson. Ross Robinson 14th on Lucas Oil Points. He's in the Stokely Materials. Commonwealth Equipment, Boswell Oil, Fox Shocks, Atlantic Pride Mortgage, First State, Roof and Exterior Cleaning, ML Joseph Sand and Gravel, Hard Scrabble Express, Sussex Carpentry, Wesley Collins Builders, Fast Shafts, Rocket Clements, and the 162 Logan Moody. He's out of Catlett, Illinois, the MB Customs, Mullins, Nuts About Bolts, State Farm, Tony Stone Agent, Superior Site Construction, AJ and Cody Daggett. Number 162, Ben.
So right now, Ross Robinson 7th fastest, Logan Moody 8th, Billy Huff will be 9th. Lap number 2, Robinson does not improve. He'll stay 7th fastest. Moody stays 8th, and Huff stays 9th. Jonathan Davenport, time to beat at 12.578. Then it's Drake Troutman, Dennis Erb Jr., Tyler Erb, and Boone Briggs, your top 5.
Yeah, Billy Huff, he's out of Thomasboro, Illinois, the Rocket Pro Power. Trophy Time, A to Z. Painting, Decorating Incorporated. So that'll bring up the 157 out of Winfield, Tennessee. 4th in the points, that'll be Mike Marler. He'll be followed by the 18 out of Moweaqua, Illinois, Shannon Babb. And then the 3S out of Chatham, Illinois is Brian Shirley. Mike Marler, he is in the Great Burning Skyline Motorsports. Truck Country, Mississippi Valley Transportation, Olds Explosive, VP Fuels, Capital Signs, Bill Stein, Petroff Towing, Burning Rock Products, Brown's Heavy Equipment, Cannon Oil Salvage, Longhorn Clements, Babb, he's in the Petroff Towing, Donna Grow Seed, Donnelly Trucking, CJI Piping and Fabrication, Keebler Ultra Oil, and Getty Landscaping, Longhorn, Vic Hill, and Shirley, the Thomason Express, Hoker Trucking, Fox Shocks, Allgaier, Performance Parts, J&J Ventures Gaming, KBC Graphics, Ricky Lemon Motorsports, Durham Powered Rocket.
Shannon Babb fastest. Shannon Babb 6th fastest. Shirley was 11th fastest. Lap 2, Marler goes from 11th to 3rd. Shannon Babb will stay 6th fastest. We'll see if Brian Shirley can pick it up. And Brian Shirley 7th. So Mike Marler 3rd fastest. Shannon Babb 6th. And Brian Shirley back in the 9th position. Davenport still your top qualifier.
And these will be heats 1, 2, and 3 here tonight at Farmer City, 55 strong. Up next will be the Dry D 93, currently 4th in the Lucas Oil O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase. That is Corey Lawler. He's out of Hanover, Pennsylvania, the Dry D Coppins Auto Clinic, PPC Lubricants Company, Poncho's Racing Products, Rickset Auto Sales, All About Wraps, Rocket Pro Power, followed by 89 out of Manhattan, Illinois. That'll be Mike Spatola. Opie's in the TNS Heating and Cooling and Refrigeration, Big Daddy Scrap, BFD Chemical, Illinois State Rifle Association, Fast Lane Wraps and Graphics, Rocket Clements, and in Mitch McGrath out of Waukesha, Wisconsin, in the Source Racing, Gary Bellman Trucking, Rose Zina Farms, BMRE Electric Cars, Rocket Pro Power.
Corey Lawler 13th fastest, 14.878. Meanwhile, Mike Spatola will go 9th fastest. And And lap number 1 for Mitch McGrath, 12th fastest, 13.404. Lap 2, Lawler will stay 15th. OP does not improve. He will stay 9th. And Mitch McGrath will stay in position 12th. So Spatola 9th, McGrath 12th, and Corey Lawler 15th.
McGrath, by the way, the BMRE bin electric carts. Not cars, but carts. 31 AUS, that is Kai Blythe out of Bunbury, Western Australia. The Paul Stubber Rocket Durham, bar 31, Afterburner Performance. Followed by the 99 Junior, Frank Kickenes Jr. He's out of Frankfort, Illinois. And the Longhorn Rhine, Storied Squares, Dirt Oval 66, Indy, you pull it. And then Jeffrey Ledford is there. He's out of Pontiac, Illinois. And the AgTech Advantage LLC, Bomer Riddles, Ledford Engineering, Atkins Seed, and the Nagel family, Dynasty Chassis. Mullins Racing Engine 8L out of Pontiac.
Lap number 1 for Kai Blythe. And Kai, good lap, 5th fastest for Kai Blythe. Frank Keckenes Jr., 15th. He'll look to improve. We'll see if Kai can go better on lap number 2. Meanwhile, Ledford not picking up on the transponder so far. Kai Blythe will stay 5th fastest. Good lap for the Western Australia driver. Frank Keckenes Jr. picks it up to 11th on his 2nd lap. So Kai Blythe, 5th fastest. Frank Keckenes Jr., 11th. And it looks like Ledford not picking up on the clock. But Kai Blythe, good lap right now for the driver out of Bunbury, Western Australia, and the Stubber Motorsports number 31.
Up next in the Steve Lampley 33, 8-time UMP Modified National Champion. He's out of Highland, Illinois. That'll be Mike Harrison. Mike Harrison, he's in the Franklin Enterprises, OH Hendricks Sheet Metal, Case IH, Aggressive Graphics, Midwest Excavating, also Midwest Excavating Equipment, and then Fox Shocks, Rocket Durham, followed by the 51 out of Iowa City, Iowa. It's Matt Furman. He's in the Furman Builders, Dr. Keith Stanley, Dr. Keith Stanley, DDS, Bilstein Shocks, Dr. Ralph Stevens, Rumley Engineering, Fine Knuckle Wraps, First Order Consulting, Lucky Dog Manufacturing, and Fountain Transmission Specialist, Longhorn Pro Power. And then it's Chris Simpson, the 32, out of Oxford, Iowa, the Hoker Trucking, C&J Trucking, RLM Enterprises, Iowa, Illinois, Taylor Installation, Hot Rod Septic, HD Equipment, Randy Davidson Trucking, Capital Decals, Cheap Cars, Longhorn Durham, 32-bit.
Mike Harrison, 16th fastest. Matt Furman, 17th. Now the 32 car, Chris Simpson, 10th fastest. Good lap, 13.197 for Chris Simpson. Mike Harrison will jump up to 12th fastest. Furman on lap number 2 will stay 18th. And lap number 2 for Chris Simpson, 6th fastest. Good lap for Simpson, 13.054. Chris Simpson, the fastest of that set, 6th fastest overall.
Coming up next to making his Lucas Oil debut tonight, his first full year in a super late model. In the Doug Shepard crew chief, Wayne Graham owned car, it'll be Colby Shepard out of Williamsville, Illinois. Followed by the 122 in his Lucas Oil debut tonight out of Monticello, Illinois, and the Rocket Rhine. It's Timmy Dick and the 119R on a roll here the last few weeks. Out of Marshalltown, Iowa, the Todd Cooney Motorsports Infinity J. Dickens. It'll be Ryan Gustin and the Allen's Seamless Guttering, Carl Chevrolet, VP Fuels by Harlan, May Properties, Murdy Farms, Tim Douglas, the crew chief, Noah Bushman as well on the crew of that car, and Colby Shepard, he is in the Graham Motorsports, Donley Trucking, All His Children Development Center, Graham Graphics, Fox Shocks, Rocket Pro Power, Ben.
Timmy Dick, 18th fastest. Colby Shepard, 22nd fastest. Ryan Gustin, lap number 1, will be 16th with a 13.3556. Meanwhile, lap number 2, Colby Shepard doesn't improve. He'll stay 22nd fastest. Timmy Dick stays 19th. Ryan Gustin up to 15th fastest. So Ryan Gustin 15th fastest in that set. Colby Shepard will be 22nd fastest, and 19th will be Timmy Dick. It's still Jonathan Davenport with a 12.578 time to beat here in All-Star Performance Group A.
Coming up next should be the C8, a winner a couple of weeks ago at Tyler County Speedway. There used to be a Taylor County Speedway in Campbellsville, Kentucky. This, of course, the legendary Tyler County Speedway, Middleburn, West Virginia. It'll be the C8 of Cole Perrine. Now, Jeffrey Ledford back out on the track. Apparently a transponder issue in the 8L, Ben.
Yes, sir. They put a new transponder on that race car, and Jeffrey Ledford will get a couple of laps. That self-built Ledford Engineering race car. Hang on to it as he gets way into the cushion down in 1 and 2, James.
Yeah, good run at Fairbury. Won a heat race last week. Scheduled to start up front, but had to scratch from the season opening race at the Falls Cup last Saturday night.
Lap number 1, Ledford's going to toss that one out, and obviously got into the cushion down there. He'll look for better luck here on coming around is, man, I tell you what, he's lucky he didn't get upside down over there, the way that car dug into the cushion, making his way around to the checkered flag. And there we go. Jeffrey Ledford, 19th fastest, 13.416. 13.416. As we'll have the final 3 qualifiers here in Group A making their way out.
There's the Tyler County winner, Cole Perrine. Lowell, Ohio, his hometown, and the Longhorn. Jay Dickens up next. Followed by the 6H, currently leading the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase in the Lucas Oil Series. That is Clay Harris. Clay Harris out of Jupiter, Florida, the Brian Green crew chief, Rocket, Durham, Wilkerson Farms, Impact Electrical Services, Rescue Metal Framing, BGR Speed Shop, Poor Boys Racing Supply, and Griffin Motorsports 6. And the 75, now hailing out of Peru, Illinois, by way of Wade, North Carolina, Daniel Adam. He's in the Tigris Risk Solutions Mobilization Funding, Spiffy's, Justin Langdon Electrical Contractor, Restore Warehouse, RLM Enterprises, Rocket Pro Power 75.
Cole Perrine, 10th fastest. Good lap for that driver. Clay Harris, lap number 1. He's going to be back around 17th. Thanks to everybody on the timing is showing up except here top qualifier, Jonathan Davenport. Cole Perrine on his 2nd lap. As Perrine will stay 14th fastest. Clay Harris, looking at his time, he will be 20th fastest. And the 75 car of Daniel, 16th fastest. So that is going to wrap up All-Star Performance Group A, and Jonathan Davenport, 12.578. That is the bar to beat for the All-Star Performance qualifying. Davenport already with 2 All-Star Performance Fast qualifiers this year. How about in 17 events, James? 12 different drivers have registered an All-Star Performance Fast qualifying time. And yeah, if you're following along on the scoring app or at home, I think it caught everybody's lap in that except Jonathan Davenport's your fast qualifier. Then it was Drake Troutman, Mike Marlar, Dennis Erb Jr., Kai Blight. That was your top 5. Then Chris Simpson, Tyler Erb, Shannon Babb, Brian Shirley, and Boone Briggs. As DJ, that cushion down in 1 and 2 is pretty gnarly right now.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say it's very gnarly. Hey, real quick, talking about your 2nd quick qualifier, Drake Troutman, I talked to him just before I came down to the infield here a little bit earlier, and I said, man, I said, how many laps you got around this place? And he said, actually, I didn't get to make the Summer Nationals race here last year, so the Illini 100 was my first time. He said, I think I can be really good. He said, quote unquote, I suck at qualifying. He said, if I could just get a good qualifying lap, I think we could be really good here. Well, cue it up, man. Drake Troutman lays down a good qualifying lap. Drake, the rest is on you, buddy.
And I tell you what, Drake, his mom Lori, everybody with that team, they're just fantastic people, and it's cool to see. We talked about that next generation, James, coming onto the national scene, and Drake's definitely one of those contenders.
How about this rookie of the year? A couple years ago, we had Garrett Alberson, Spencer Hughes,
Dalton Wilson.
Ashton Winger started out doing that. We had 5 outstanding drivers, and now you've got Clay Harris, Drake Troutman, Corey Lawler, and just it's great. Just these guys are $20,000 is a record in the industry. So you got Brendan Smith also, and then Carson Ferguson.
And plus another $10,000 in products, and then you got $5,000 for 2nd in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year competition, $2,500 for 3rd. Nightly, $100 for the highest finishing rookie. A lot of money, man. Look at this aerial shot from our drone. And it is a beautiful evening here in Farmer City, Illinois. The Blaker Concrete Farmer City 74. James, we're just about ready for Group B and All-Star Performance qualifying. This will determine the lineups for heat races 4, 5, and 6.
Don't forget Fox Shocks, also a lot of contingencies. You mentioned over $10,000 in contingencies to the top rookie this year. And again, right now it's Clay Harris, Drake Troutman, Brendan Smith, Corey Lawler, and Carson Ferguson, your top 5. Up next will be the 2022 Dirt Track World Champion, the 10, out of Eatonton, Georgia. That'll be Garrett Smith and his father, Scott Smith's car. Terminal Maintenance Construction, Atlanta Paving and Concrete, Senior Life Insurance Company, the world-famous Cadillac Ranch Go Lithium, Rocket Vic Hill, followed by the 33H. That'll be Robin Huffman. He is out of Thomasboro, Illinois, and the Rocket EC Racing Engines, Hamlin Farms and Trucking, and K&K Graphics, and the 20, 4-time series champion of the Newport, Tennessee, Chevy Owens, the Bobby and Jessica Kohler, Reese Monument Company, Ultimate Towing and Recovery, Cheap Cars, Tim Short Auto Group, Capital Electric, Tennessee, Boom Test Well Service, Redline Oil, Sunoco, Goodrich Fluid Transfer Systems, Rocket Vic Hilton.
And Garrett Smith, time to beat early in this group, 12.837. Jimmy Owens second, quick 13.234. Robin Huffman 13.703. And Huffman will pick it up on a lap, too, but he'll stay 3rd fastest. They're all chasing Garrett Smith early in All-Star Performance Group number 2. Group B, I should say, 12.639.
Up next will be the 97 car. He's in the Dave Stein XL chassis. Tailend Center, turn on the wrenches of the 97 out of Thompson, Georgia. That is Cody Overton. Cody Overton, he's in the Molly Pistons, TriStar Engines and Transmissions, Boswell Oil Speedway Motors entry. Followed by the 25W out of Peoria, Illinois. It'll be Alan Weiser. He's in the Longhorn. He is in the Mr. Towitz Record Service. DR Plastics Inc., Kelly Glass Incorporated, A&A Air Conditioning and Heating, Carmody Services, Titan Industries, Dawson Fabrication, Rolling Garage Doors, and 3 in the 11 out of St. Charles, Missouri. Trevor Gundaker, he's in the J&C Properties, Woody Bogler Trucking Company, Millard Family Chapels, Fast Beach Shop, Longhorn Clements for the 11 of Trevor Gundaker.
Cody Overton will go second fastest. Alan Weiser, A-Dog, goes fourth fastest. And lap number 1 for Trevor Gundaker, sixth fastest, 13.603. Lap number 2, Cody Overton, 12.802, second fastest. Lap number 2 for Alan Weiser, fourth fastest, 13.374. And Trevor Gundaker jumps up to fourth on his second lap. So it's Garrett Smith, Cody Overton, Jimmy Owens, Trevor Gundaker, Alan Weiser, and Robin Huffman after 6.
Still Davenport, the overall quickest at 12.578. The next 3 should be the 17 SS, currently standing third in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase. It'll be Brendan Smith. He is out of Dade City, Florida. The Sean Smith, Big Daddy's Cattle, Jim Pacino Trucking, Plum Crazy Plumbing, Guardian Hurricane Protection, Skipper Smokehouse, Rocket Durham. Followed by 81, that'll be Jason Riggs. He is out of College Grove, Tennessee, in the Riggs Drilling Solution, Moses Motorsports, BP Fuels, Coleman Farms, Longhorn Clements, and the 93 in the Paler Motorsports car to be Carson Ferguson. Carson's out of Lincoln, North Carolina, the Hoopaw Grading, Brad Ben Trucking, Baker Mitchell Company, WP Racing Shocks, Mega Plumbing in the Carolinas, Franklin Enterprises, Tribble Electric, Armslist.com, Coleman Farms, Bill Stein Shocks, Pro Fabrication, Longhorn Clements tonight.
Brendan Smith will be 9th fastest, Jason Riggs 8th fastest, Carson Ferguson 4th fastest, best of the trio, 13.262. Lap 2, Brendan Smith up to 8th fastest, Jason Riggs will stay 9th. We'll see if Ferguson can pick it up on lap 2, and he'll go a little bit faster, but he stays 4th fastest, 13.211, the best lap for Carson Ferguson.
Next, man, how about this? The last 2 O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year drivers. It'll be the 58th, the winner here last Friday night. It'll be Garrett Alberson. He's out of Dubuque, Iowa. He is in the Ken and Beth Roberts, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Bill Sports Shop, Bill Stein, Sunoco Race Fuels, Romer Machine and Welding, Lucas Oil, Capital Race Decals, Dunright TV, Fast Shafts, Longhorn Clements, followed by the 111 in the Brad Spochas Centerline Motorsports car. It'll be Max Blair. Max Blair out of Centerville, Pennsylvania, the Centerline Motorsports car. He's in the Creekside Auto Sales, C&J Dairy, Murphy's Logging, Upstate Auto Group, Longhorn Clements, and then the 40B out of Brandon, Florida, Kyle Bronson, the Race Car Engineering, Borchers Equipment, Michael Lloyd, Hauling and Demolition, Tillman Roofing, Mullinex Recycling, LTX Home Products, Lucas Oil, Bradco Race Equipment, Longhorn Clements.
Garrett Alberson 3rd fastest, Kyle Bronson 5th, Max Blair 12th. Alberson on lap 2, he'll stay 3rd fastest. Kyle Bronson on lap 2, he'll stay 5th fastest. Max Blair jumps up to 10th. Kyle Bronson will stay 5th. So it's Garrett Alberson 3rd, and Kyle Bronson 5th, and then back in 10th, Max Blair after 12 qualifiers.
Up next should be the 18D. The big winner of the East Bay Winter Nationals finale. It'll be Dalton Wilson. He's out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. The James Radcliffe, MGL Auto Sales, JR Trucking. The Auto Outlet, Kellner Contracting, Earnhardt Technologies, Grant Lee Farms, Innovative Community Solutions, B&L Construction, New Point Lighting, Worldwide Custom Car Haulers, Longhorn Clements, followed with a 9 out of Mooresville, North Carolina. That'll be Nick Hoffman. Nick Hoffman not out there, right? There he is right there, the NOS Energy Drink, the winner of the Illini. The Illini 100. He's at the NOS Energy Drink, C&W Trucking, Petrov Towing, Bill Stein, Tri-Valley Equipment, Old Geyer, Holland Haskell's, Longhorn Clements, and Ricky Thornton Jr., the current Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series points through the Big River Steel, Hoker Trucking, Coleman Farms, Longhorn Clements, Ben.
Ricky Thornton Jr., 5th fastest. Nick Hoffman, 8th. Dalton Wilson, 13th. Lap 2 for Dalton Wilson. He'll jump up to 6th. Good improvement for that driver. Thornton Jr. now will go to 6th. Wilson back to 7th. And Hoffman, Thornton will be 4th. Nick Hoffman's best time will be 5th. And they're all right there together. Thornton 4th. Hoffman 5th. Wilson 7th.
My window doesn't extend all the way to the end, does it?
It doesn't roll all the way down.
No, it does. Anthony Burrows, the crew chief on the 20 RT, Dyno 1 Inc., Westside Tractor Sales, Bill Stein, EMD, Rap Sunoco, Midwest Sheet Metal. Point leader is Ricky Thornton Jr. The Sunoco Race Fuels Road to Wheatland. 15 drivers are sharing $16,000, $2,500 to the points leader Into the Show Me 100 right now is Ricky Thornton Jr. There's the 24, former track champion here. Back in 2017, it'll be Ryan Unzicker out of El Paso, Illinois. The RGR Transportation, Brucker Farms, El Paso Outdoor Center, Gary Miller's Classic Auto, Arkansas Septic Pumping, Big City Automotive, and Mosquito Hero. MB Customs Pro Power and Brandon Shepard, the B5, New Berlin, Illinois. In the Coleman Farms, Signing Doors, UNOH, Casilla Valley Transportation, Valvoline, Sunoco, Bill Stein, B5, and then it's Devin Miranda, 99, Dresden, Ohio, the Roger Sellers, Double Down Motorsports, Lazy D's RV, Big River Steel, C&W Trucking, Bill Stein, McHugh Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep Ram, Car Source Auto, Red Oak Pub, Smoky Mountain Speedway, 99.
Lap number 1, Devin Moran, 6th fastest. Meanwhile, Ryan Unzicker, 13th. Shepard got over the cushion. He was 18th after lap 1. Ryan Unzicker, lap number 2, he'll stay 12th. And lap 2, Brandon Shepard, big improvement. He'll go up to 8th. That pushes Unzicker back to 13th, and Devin Moran 6th. So Devin Moran fastest of that set. He is 6th fastest. And behind him, Brandon Shepard in 8th, Ryan Unzicker 13th.
So right now your pole setters in heats 4, 5, and 6 would be Smith, Overton, and Alberson. There's the 7W out of Atoka, Tennessee. That is J.C. Waller. Followed by the 1, the Rocket 1. Out of Watertown, New York, 2-time series champion Tim McCready of the 99. And Doug Curlis's car. That is McKay Winger. He's out of Fairbury, Illinois. J.C. Waller and the Waller Heating and Air White Lightning, O.H. Hendrick Sheet Metal, Beaver Maintenance and Construction Express Shelters, Ben's Glass and Windows. Is that you, Ben's Glass and Windows?
No, sir, but he is from the Memphis area. Does that count?
That counts. And McCready, the Valvoline, Swimmer Cab Ranch, Performance Grading, Gunner, Sunny Fox Shock, Petro Towing, Franklin Enterprises, Styles Marine and Maintenance, number 1.
Tim McCready, 10th fastest on his first lap. McKay Winger, 12th fastest. J.C. Waller, 21st fastest. And lap number 2, Tim McCready moves up to 8th fastest, 13.032, his best lap. Lap 2, McKay Winger, 9th fastest. Good lap for Winger. So Tim McCready, 8th fastest, McKay Winger, 9th, J.C. Waller, 21st. Handful of qualifiers left to go here in All-Star Performance Group B. James, time to beat. Garrett Smith, 12.693.
Davenport's still the fastest over Winger, by the way. The C&W Trucking, Foster Family, Dave Winger Trucking, Nutrient Ag Solutions, Pope Joy, Creative Kitchens and Baths, Birdhouse Pet and Boarding, Longhorn Pro Power. It's 25 out of Bloomington, Illinois. It'd be Jason Fager, followed by the 96 out of Benton, Kentucky. That is Tanner English in the 11. Out of St. Charles, Missouri, Gordy Gundaker. He's in the St. Louis Screw and Bolt McKay Corporation, Hooker Trucking, Lucas Oil, Longhorn Clements. Tanner English, he is in the Brett Coltman Fire Special Needs Schools of Gwinnett. Bill Stein Shocks, Longhorn Clements, and then Jason Fager, the Titan Industries, Corrosive X, Outpace Racing Products, RLM Enterprises, Griffin Signs, Rosser Battery, Digital Copy Systems, Cheap Cars, Speedworks, Hoker Trucking, Weir's Machine, Longhorn Clements, 25.
Jason Fager, 7th fastest. Tanner English, 15th fastest. Gordy Gundaker, 18th fastest. Lap number 2 for Jason Fager. He'll stay 7th. Lap number 2 for Tanner English. And Tanner on lap number 2 will be 15th fastest. And Gordy Gundaker, 18th. So fastest out of that set, Jason Fager, 7th fastest, 12.985. Handful of qualifiers left, I think 3 to be exact, James.
Yes, sir. It'll be the defending Lucas Oil champion, reigning World 100 winner, the 71 out of Martinsville, Indiana. And it's Hudson O'Neill Racing entry. That'll be Hudson O'Neill, followed by the M14 out of Deer Creek, Illinois. That is David Marlowe. And your final qualifier, the 32 out of Hookwood, Illinois, and the Longhorn Vic Hill. That is Bobby Pierce in 32. Hudson O'Neill, Wheeler Metals, Professional Concrete Cutting and Drilling. Bob and Tammy Burton, O'Neill Salvage and Recycling. Bobcat of Batesville, USSSA Fast Pit Softball, WR1 Sim Chassis, Smoky Mountain Speedway, Rustic Heating and Cooling, Lucas Oil, Longhorn Cornet, David Marlowe. He's in the Cherry Tumbler, La Tida, the Nettletons, Absolute Home Repair, MB Customs, Pierce, the Hoker Trucking, Low Voltage Solutions, Toyota Danville, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Rio Grande Waste Service, Collins Brothers Towing, 32 Ben.
Lap number 1, Hudson O'Neill. He will go, looking at the list here, having to go down through there, I believe. Where is Hudson? There we go. He's up to 10th on his second lap. Bobby Pierce on his qualifying attempt, 14th. Lap 2, Pierce will bump up to 11th. Marlowe, 27th. So Bobby Pierce, 11th. Hudson O'Neill will be 10th. And David Marlowe will be 27th. Garrett Smith, fastest in All-Star Performance Group B, 12.639. But James, for the 3rd time this year, your All-Star Performance overall fast qualifier, Jonathan Davenport with a 12.578. He'll be on the pole of Penske Shocks Heat Race number 1, but first he's going to pick up 10 bonus points here tonight toward that championship as he goes after title number 4. topping All-Star Performance qualifying. And I tell you what, a lot of good cars turning some good laps. Some good cars are going to be buried in some of these heats as well. We're going to have 6 entertaining heats coming up a little bit later. Before we have that, Dustin Jarrett is going to be talking with Jonathan Davenport, your All-Star Performance fast qualifier. We still, 18th event tonight, James. 12 different drivers have at least one time topped All-Star Performance qualifying. And tonight, as we said, Jonathan Davenport for the 3rd time this year. Only Hudson O'Neal has done it more, and he's got 4 on the year. And those are valuable points when it comes down to who's going to be in that Big River Steel chase for the championship presented by ARP, the Big Four.
And whoever wins heat number 1 tonight, guys, will be on the Victory Fuel pole. Whoever wins heat number 4 will be on the outside of the front row. Well, Dustin Jarrett, Jonathan Davenport comes in tonight. 76 career wins in the Lucas Oil Series. That is 3rd all-time behind Scott Bloomquist and Jimmy Owens. If he can win that Heat 1, he will be on the Victory Fuel pole here tonight for the Farmer City 74.
Yeah, and obviously it's a great place to be, right? It's on that Victory Fuel pole, especially at a track like this. As any driver will tell you, anytime you go to a bull ring like this, it's always good to start up front. But let's not forget, guys, Brandon Shepard won this race from 14th a year ago. So Farmer City, one of those tracks that a driver can win from just about anywhere. But I know that JD is going to be gunning for the win in the first heat race coming up a little bit later on. He's going to grab the All-Star Performance cap on his good-looking pit bike down here. Brand new racing suit, it looks like. JD, everything is looking sharp. The car looked good out there in All-Star Performance time trials as well. And we were just talking, JD, at a track like this especially, how important is it to go out and set fast time in All-Star Performance time trials knowing you're going to start on the pole with that first heat?
Well, a place I don't really know very much. I really don't know what to do to get down in turn 1. So it'll all by I'll have to learn about seating my pants here. But no, the guys give me such an awesome car. You know, we've been sitting on go for 2 or 3 days here waiting through all the rain. So it's good to finally get out and race. Thanks for all these great fans coming out. So it's going to be a little different here in this first heat race. You know, there's a big old lip down here, and then it's kind of going away down there. So the old man's going to have to get up on the wheel.
Oh, man, easy now, easy now. Hey, we don't always think of Jonathan Davenport as an elbows-up kind of driver. The fact of the matter is, whether you like it or not, you're actually pretty good at these kind of racetracks.
Yeah, well, I used to be a lot better than I am now, but, you know, we're trying to circle back around to that, maybe put a little fountain of youth in the truck somehow. But like I said, just fortunate to be here. We got a good starting spot, so maybe we can capitalize on that and do better than we did last year.
All right, he is the All-Star Performance Fast Qualifier here tonight. How about it, Farmer City? A round of applause for Superman Jonathan Davenport.
Well, Jonathan Davenport, he'll be on the pole for Penske Shocks Heat 1. 6 big heat races here tonight. 8 laps apiece. The top 3 out of those heats will move off to the main event. And I tell you what, as we look down the road, a lot of great stuff coming up on FloRacing as well, James. A little bit of track prep. They're going to pull that cushion down. And we talked about the Kubota high-limit sprint cars. A busy schedule there at 34 Raceway tonight. But before you know it, they're going to be heading out to the East Coast to New York, Outlaw, Utica, Rome, and then back to Pennsylvania. The Speed Pals can't wait to get back there later this year with the Lucas Oil Series Port Royal. The Cars Tour at the legendary North Wilkesboro on May 14th through 15th. The USAC Midgets in Silver Crown. The Belleville Short Track. And the High Banks as double action over there in Belleville, May 17th through 18th. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, the Lucas Oil Show Me 100 coming up May 23rd through 25th at Lucas Oil Speedway, and the PDRA American Door Slammer Challenge. I added a letter in there. Coming up at Summit Motorsports Park, May 23rd through 25th. All that live on FloRacing. Right now, we are going to step aside. We're going to thank our great marketing partners, and we come back. We'll be getting ready for opening ceremonies. This is the Blager Concrete Farmer City 74 with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, and this is MAV TV on FloRacing. We'll be right back.
Here at Tuners Inc., we see cars come in with 80 horsepower all the way up to 1,500 horsepower. The goal of almost every customer in here is to pick up performance in their vehicle. They want to gain horsepower, they want to gain torque. What we have found with E3 spark plug is the quality of the plug and the way it's built. E3s are a performance plug that's going to last longer.
E3 Diamond Fire technology maximizes the fuel burn for more power and better fuel efficiency.
E3 spark plugs. What are you running?
At Lucas Oil, we take pride in creating problem-solving products to make your car care easier. We protect your vehicle and make it run longer so you can focus on the things that matter most. Whether it's commuting to work, visiting a loved one, taking the kids where they need to go, going to the big game, or anywhere life takes you, Lucas Oil is committed to getting you there for all of life's important moments. Lucas Oil, it works.
For more than 15 years, Earnhardt Technologies Group has been a prominent force in the racing industry, driven by the legacy of Dale Earnhardt. Our dedication to providing premium parts and products is evident through our exceptional customer service and innovative offerings that are widely recognized throughout motorsports. Our team of experts is committed to manufacturing the highest quality parts. You can trust that with our unwavering commitment to quality, Earnhardt Technologies Group remains the market leader.
The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is brought to you by E3 Spark Plugs. What are you running? Protect the Harvest, keeping American traditions alive for future generations. And General Tire, for whatever you do, General Tire delivers. Welcome back to Farmer City Raceway, the Blager Concrete Farmer City 74 with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Last little bit of track prep is wrapping up. They went out, they pulled the cushion down, rolled it in. She's looking good. We're getting set for 6 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series heat races here tonight. And on a beautiful night, a beautiful crowd, an incredible field of cars, and kicking off a doubleheader with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series here in the Land of Lincoln tomorrow night. The Fall Spring Shootout will head up the road to Fairbury Speedway. So we will step aside moments away from opening ceremonies from here at Farmer City Raceway. And again, the Blager Concrete Farmer City 74. We'll be right back. MAV TV on FloRacing. Welcome back to Farmer City Raceway, Farmer City, Illinois. Tonight's Boiger Concrete Farmer City 74, $25,000 on the line for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Round number 18 of the 2024 campaign, and so far into the year, we've had 10 different VLAN feature winners. Tonight, will we see number 11? The pack trucks have moved down to the low side of the speedway. We're moments away from throwing it down to Dustin Jarrett for opening ceremonies here tonight. And they are going to make just a couple more laps, and then we're going to throw it down. DJ, I know you're down there getting ready. It has been a complete overhaul of this racing surface. They've knocked down the cushion, and I tell you what, man, I'm ready to get these heats underway.
Yeah, absolutely. It is. I tell you what, the one thing they didn't just knock that cushion down, Ben, but they put a little bit of water on it, and they sunk in just a little bit as well. The track looks really, really good. And with that in mind, the push vehicles, they have made their way into the infield, and that means, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to get underway with this evening's opening ceremony. So those of you that are here on the grounds, we'll ask you at this time to please stand. Gentlemen, remove your caps. First for this evening's invocation, and for that, we will turn the microphone over to track announcer Tyson Graves.
Thanks, Dustin. Let us pray. Dear gracious Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight, and we're just so grateful for this event here tonight. We thank you for the beautiful weather we've had today. We thank you for the awesome facility and racing surface we have here tonight. Lord, we just pray that you would bless this event here tonight. We pray for the safety of all the drivers, officials, crews, and fans here tonight. We just ask that you put a hedge of protection around those and keep them safe throughout tonight's event. We thank you for this great country we live in. We thank you for our wonderful military that's serving around the country. Later this month, we'll be celebrating Memorial Day. We just pray, Lord, that you'll be with those families who have paid the ultimate price, and just be with our troops around the world tonight. And we just also thank you, Lord, for your Son, Jesus Christ. Through him, we can have eternal life. And we just thank you and we praise you for all things. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Tyson. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please remain standing at this time as Gibson City's own Aaron Nettleton sings the Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, man. Thank you, Aaron. Great job as always. Farmer City, that means we've got one more question for you. It's about time to get racing with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Farmer City, are you ready? James Essex, Ben Shelton, this crowd is ready to rock on a Friday night. We'll send it back up to you.
James, let's do this. Let's get this going, man.
55 cars tonight.
55.
And you know what we're going to do with 55 cars? We're going to run 6 C races. We're going to add another B main. We're going to run 3 B mains, give them a little bit better.
Yeah,
chance.
a shout out to the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series and to Lance Speaker and Farmers City Raceway, adding 2 starting spots to the main event tonight. Lucas Oil is going to pay you for one of those. Lance Speaker, Farmers City, another one, because look at this crowd. Look at this overhead drone footage.
Awesome.
Fantastic crowd here tonight. And 14 more cars than last year, James. More than 30 23% more cars than we had in the pit area last year. And hey, man, we don't want B mains with 23 and 24 cars in them either.
Our season average heading in tonight and everything, including speed weeks, was 54.
And we went
non-speed weeks was 48, so still very impressive.
Let's increase the average here tonight.
Yeah, we've not been under 40 this year, so.
Well, James, I tell you
ready,
what,
brother?
Let's go. Penske Shocks Heat number 1. James, who's starting on the front row?
It'll be 3-time Lucas Oil champion. Comes in tonight, 76 career wins in the series. He's out of Blairsville, Georgia. The Nutrient Solutions 49 of Jonathan Davenport. And on the outside, the Vomac Truck Sales 28. Former Dirt Late Model Dream winner out of Carpentersville, Illinois. It's Dennis Erb Jr.
Starting inside of row 2, a one-time winner on the tour this year out of New Waverly, Texas, Turbo Tyler Erb. And to his outside, the veteran out of Bear Lake, Pennsylvania, the 99B, it's Boom Briggs.
The Storage Square 66, Dirt Oval 99 Jr. He's in a Longhorn out of Frankfort, Illinois, Frank Heckeness Jr. And the Integra Risk Solution 75, now hailing out of Peru, Illinois, Daniel Adam.
Inside of row 4 in car 74 out of Waukesha, Wisconsin, it's Mitch McGrath. And to his outside out of Pontiac, Illinois, the Dynasty chassis, it is going to be Jeffrey Ledford in the 8L.
And in Billy Huff, he's into 33, -4 out of Thomasboro, Illinois. And Matthew Michelson, the 2M out of Keokuk, Iowa. And he did not qualify. He's not out there right in this heat race. So again, we'll race our way to 24 here tonight. Normally it's 22. 6 heats top 3, 3 B mains top 2, and then we'll settle up on the provisionals after that. What a beautiful sight. Hey, if you're coming out to Fairbury tomorrow night, one of the greatest, racetracks in the country, obviously, without a doubt. Get there early, right, Ben?
Get there
early. Going to be a beautiful day. And
get you a parking spot, go walk around town, walk around the racetrack, soak it all up, enjoy it. Well, you got Jonathan Davenport on the pole. He's the owner of 76 career Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series feature wins, and Dennis Erb Jr. alongside 9 career wins. James, the lights are down on the speedway. It's time to get things underway in Penske Shocks Heat number 1.
Can you see the monitor all right, brother?
I can, yes, sir.
All right. For the victory fuel pole at the Nutrient Solutions start zone, it's Jonathan Davenport and Dennis Erb Jr. We are underway at Farmer City.
Green flags out, and Davenport talked about he couldn't get through 1 and 2 in qualifying. He looks just fine that time by. He'll take the lead down the back straightaway, and it's the battle of the Earth. No relation. Dennis down low, Tyler up top. Out front, though, it's JD.
Erb with the crossover move as they got 1 lap in the books here in the Penske Shocks Heat number 1 in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Now can Dennis Erb Jr. and Tyler Erb run down Jonathan Davenport. Cornet Power under the hood of the 49 car.
Jonathan Davenport leads the way over Dennis Erb Jr. Tyler Erb holds on to the 3rd transfer behind them as they run right now. It's Boom Briggs, Frank Heckeness Jr., Daniel Adam, Ledford, McGrath, Huff, and as you said, Michelson did not make the call. JD is 3 down, 5 to go, and he's led the whole way so far.
Jonathan Davenport 2 times a winner this year in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. You mentioned we've had 10 different winners in 17 events. As JD, the Nutrient Solutions, Mark Martin Automotive, Donna Grossein, 49 into turn 1. Dennis Erb Jr. trying to track him down in 28, one of the Illini finest.
Well, right now, different grooves are searching around this oval. You see Davenport off the top of turn number 4. Last time by, he went to the bottom of 1 and 2. This time he goes to the top. We're halfway home as we got 4 down, 4 to go. It's a 2-car breakaway. Tyler firmly in that 3rd spot. Boom Briggs on the outside looking in back and forth. As they work off turn number 4, it's still Davenport.
Davenport into turn number 1 as he heads down the back straightaway. The Barron's Performance, 1 lap to go. Coming up here in Heat 1, Dennis Erb Jr. making a charge. It's still Davenport by 2 car lengths into turn 1. Ben out of 2. Tyler slows going into 1. Tyler Erb has a problem in car number 1.
Trouble on the 1 car. He slows. Boom Briggs will go to 3rd, but your winner of Penske Shocks Heat 1, Jonathan Davenport. Dennis Erb Jr. comes home 2nd. Boom Briggs in 3rd. Heckeness will come home 4th. Adam in 5th. And then it'll be McGrath, Ledford, and Huff. Heartbreaker for Turbo on the last lap. He was in a transfer spot. Coming home in 3rd out of Bear Lake, Pennsylvania, it'll be Boom Briggs. 2nd, Dennis Erb Jr. out of Carpentersville, Illinois. And your winner of Penske Shocks Heat 1, Jonathan Davenport in car 49. The Nutrient Ag Solutions, Fast Shafts, Donna Gross Seed, Lucas Oil Products, ASC Warranty, Mark Mart Automotive Group, Mega Plumbing of the Carolinas, Bill Stein, VP, Midwest Sheet Metal, Cornet Powered Longhorn for Jonathan Davenport. 2nd in the standings. 2 wins on the year, and getting word, James, it was a drive shaft issue for the 1 car of Tyler Erb.
So knocks him out of a spot. He'll have to come out, and he comes in tonight 11th in the points. So how about Boom Briggs? Good job for him. Makes it in out of heat number 1, Ben.
Great run as the UNOH scales. Jonathan Davenport on there in car number 49. He will come off the scales, and he will talk with Dustin, Jared, and Dustin. Man, I tell you what, if JD says he's having a hard time figuring this racetrack out, everybody might be in trouble. He looked pretty strong in Penske Shock's Heat 1.
What did he say something about finding the fountain of youth earlier, did JD? Hey, real quick, you guys are exactly right on Tyler Erb. He shucked a drive shaft out of that race car coming out of turn number 4 as they came around to take the white flag. That drive shaft was laying on the racetrack. They have got that thing picked up, but a tough break for Turbo, who, as we mentioned earlier in the pre-race show, guys, he actually picked up the win in the Farmer City 74 here a couple years ago. Looks like the jack's going down on the back of the number 49 of Jonathan Davenport. That means the droop check is finished, and he's going to come over here and grab a word with us as the winner of heat race number 1. And as you mentioned, he will roll from the Victory Fuel pole here this evening in the Farmer City 74, the driver out of Blairsville, Georgia. Well, Jonathan, they reworked the racetrack a little bit before you guys went out there. Was it any different from when you were on the track during qualifying?
Yeah, it was a little bit different. I think the line moved down a little bit. I felt kind of lost out there, really. I didn't know where to be. I could tell there wasn't a whole lot of tracks through the top of 3 and 4, and I felt the best there. We're just going to have to work on it a little bit. Like I said, I don't really know the transition of this place, so I'm just kind of learning it on the fly here. But my guys give me a great car once again. Thanks to Nutrien Ag Solutions. Say hello to Blaine, Rachel, everybody else watching back home, and maybe we can keep it up front tonight.
He's going to start P1. Guys, we'll send it back up to you.
All right, Summit Racing Equipment Heat number 2, Ben and Dustin. It'll be the 7, currently second in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase. Out of Hindman, Pennsylvania's Drake Troutman and Kai Blight out of Bunbury, Western Australia in 31.
Row 2 will be the Moweaqua Missiles. Shannon Babb out of Moweaqua, Illinois in the 18, and the 89 of Opie. Mike Spatola out of Manhattan, Illinois.
Out of the Ohio Middle Ohio Valley area, Lowell, Ohio, the C8 of Cole Perrine and Ryan Gustin in that Infiniti 19R for Todd Cooney out of Marshalltown, Iowa.
And your final 3 starters will be Jupiter, Florida's Clay Harris in the 6, your current O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year points leader. Alongside him, the 122 of Timmy Dick out of Monticello, Illinois, and Colby Shepard out of Williamsville, Illinois in the 27. 8 laps, top 3 move off to the main event. And James, they're going to start it all down in the Nutrien Ag Solutions start zone in turn 4.
Well, 2 drivers seeking their first career podiums here tonight in the Lucas Oil Series. Troutman and Kai Blight at the Nutrien Ag Solutions start zone. 8 laps, top 3 to the Farmer City 74. Good start for the youngster out of Pennsylvania.
Drake Troutman. Oh, hang on, Kai Blight, as he and Babb almost get together. Now Blight is going to lose a couple of spots. He gets his feet back under him. He'll take the 3rd spot. Lap number 1 at the line, though, is Drake Troutman over Shannon Babb with Kai Blight in 3rd.
How about Ryan Gustin? Works the bottom on Kai Blight out of 2. They pull even into 3. Out front, it's Drake Troutman. The 18-year-old currently 2nd in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase as Gustin will get around Blight for 3rd into turn number 1.
And Blight's got his hands full as Opie's going to come after him out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. That's the battle for 4th. Out front, though, it is all Drake Troutman, the Hyman PA driver. Couple of wins on the year, of course, across modifieds and legend car action. And he's leading one of Farmer City's all-time greats right now, Shannon Babb, through turns 3 and 4.
Well, what could have been a year ago in the Summer Nationals did Drake Troutman, how many flat tires did that young man have? But he's got a good run going here tonight at Farmer City, one of his favorite tracks as we head to Fairbury tomorrow night. Babb runs in 2nd as they come out at turn number 4 down the straightaway. And Drake Troutman looking to start inside of row number 2 here tonight in the main event.
When you can keep Shannon Babb behind you in any racetrack, anywhere, much less in the state of Illinois, you're doing something great. This time by 2 laps remain for Drake Troutman. Babb in 2nd, Gustin in 3rd, Kai Blight in 4th. Spatola rounds out your top 5 with Clay Harris in 6th.
Drake Troutman again 2nd behind Clay Harris as we head to the Barron's Performance. 1 lap to go. Babb through the middle off at turn 4. 1 lap to go for a heat race win here tonight. Babb's not going to make it easy for him as they head down the back straightaway, Ben.
Half a lap to go off into 3 and 4. Can Babb get to Troutman through 3 and 4? It's going to be Pennsylvania's Drake Troutman win in Summit Racing Equipment Heat number 2. Shannon Babb in 2nd. Ryan Gustin 3rd. Coming home in 4th, it'll be Kai Blight, then Spatola, Harris, Perrine, Timmy Dick, and Colby Shepard. Your 3rd and final transfer coming to us out of Marshalltown, Iowa. Ryan Gustin in the 19R. 2nd to Moweaqua, Illinois, Shannon Babb. And your winner out of Hindman, PA, the Wheeler Fleet Solutions, RFI Resources, Schaefer Construction, Industrial Dock and Doors, Shoes Diesel Performance, Jay Dickens Powered Longhorn for Drake Troutman. He's going to head to Viscales, and we are going to roll real fast through Earnhardt Technologies Heat Race number 3 and the lineup for that one.
Yeah, the top three will advance. On the pole will be the 157, currently fourth in the points. In the Skyline Motorsports car, it'll be Mikey Marler out of Winfield, Tennessee, and Chris Simpson, the Hoker Trucking 32. He's out of Oxford, Iowa.
Multi-time Summer Nationals champion Squirrel Brian Shirley out of Chatham, Illinois, inside of row 2. To his outside, the legend in the mod ranks, Mike Harrison in car number 33, 625 career wins for the driver starting fourth.
8-time UMP Modified National Champion, and it's Kyle Hammer in the 45, back in the Super Late Model, Clinton, Illinois, his hometown, and Ross Robinson, Lucas Oil regular the 7, out of Georgetown, Delaware.
Your final three starters will be Logan Moody inside of row 4 out of Catlin, Illinois in the 162, Matt Furman out of Iowa City, Iowa in the 51, and Corey Lawler out of Hanover, Pennsylvania in the 93. As Drake Troutman wrapping things up with the UNOH scales. DJ, we'll throw it down to you.
Drake Troutman getting pushed off the scales down here. Looks like it maybe just latched up or locked up there in the rear end as they try to get him pushed over to grab a wort with us. And it's going to be a log jam here. There, he got the fire build underneath the hood of the RFI Resources sponsored number 7. Is Drake Troutman going to pull down here and grab a wort with us? You and I talked just before Dirt Draft Hot Lap. She said, man, I suck qualifying. You said, if I can just qualify good, I think I can have a good run here tonight. Well, you've checked off a couple boxes. You got a heat race win. What do you have for him tonight in the Farmer City 74?
Oh, man, I don't know. Just hope we can put on a good show here for the fans, and of course thank all my sponsors, and it's just me and Hunter again this weekend, so I can't thank him enough for busting his tail for me, and hopefully just have a good solid night. I think we put together the first part of the puzzle. We just got to finish it up here and put together the last.
He's going to start P3 in tonight's Farmer City 74. We've got Heat 3 on the track.
Well, Drake Troutman, he kind of went to that Dennis Erb Jr. school of just even killed. That's happy Drake Troutman. That's also bad Drake Troutman. That's easy. He's getting up into...
He's doing a great job. Hunter Cornell, his crew chief. How about that? Dustin, a few weeks ago, he got to race with his grandfather, Dave Troutman, in Georgetown, Delaware.
Absolutely. And you and I got to see Dave Troutman a lot back, especially back in the days. Dave and of course, Drake's late dad, DJ, as well. They used to run some of those Stars races, some of those Max races over in the Mid-Atlantic as well. Real good to see Drake out on the road, and I know that Mom Lori is watching as well. And what a big win he had to cap off 2023, picking up the modified win at the Gateway Dirt Nationals.
How about Jeff Babcock? Back in a late model.
Yes, he's in the Parker Price Miller number 9P. By the way, he did not buy that off PPM. Parker Price Miller still going to drive that late model a few times in 2024.
We need Aaron Scott back. We'll be good to go. Nutrient Ag Solutions, number 3. We're going to go caution one more time here.
Kyle Hammer trouble down the back straightaway, and not sure if he dropped something on the racetrack, as Kyle Hammer was scheduled to start 5th in this one. Oh, man, tough break for Kyle Hammer back to the pits. Well, we saw in the first heat race tonight, it was the 12th Simpson heat race win of the year for Jonathan Davenport. We saw Drake Troutman get his first win of the year, and Mike Marler starting on the pole of this one. 6 Simpson Race Products heat race wins on the year. Chris Simpson, none. We're going to see who's going to win this one and who's going to talk to Dustin Jarrett.
All right, Nutrient Ag Solutions start zone. Earnhardt Technologies heat number 3. Mikey Marler 4th in the points, and Chris Simpson looking for his first career win in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. We are underway.
You think Simpson wanted to that bottom as he dug behind Marler down the front straightaway?
Oh, look at this.
Wide. Hold on to it back there, Harrison, as he and Shirley briefly make contact. They were 3 wide for 3rd, and now Shirley around the outside of Robinson. We got chaos here in Earnhardt Technologies Group Heat 3.
How did Shirley get around Robinson there? What in here? Here comes Ross back at the bottom. Amanda Robinson, now his crew chief, back, turning the riches on that 7 car back into 3rd. Up front, it's Mikey Marler in that 157, Ben.
Oh, Marler got up into the cushion in 1 and 2. That opened the door for Chris Simpson as they'll battle down the back straightaway, working lap 3, this 8-lap affair. And out front, it's Marler, but he's got company. Here comes Chris Simpson.
Oh, man, Farmer City. Here they come on the bottom. Simpson and Marler down the back straightaway. Mikey Marler, the only driver to win 3 times at the Lucas Oil Knoxville Late Model Nationals. Side by side at a turn 4 briefly as Marler lead by 2 car lengths into 1.
That's good stuff. Ross Robinson rides back in 3rd. He's got a couple of wins on the year, but he would love to get his first ever Lucas Oil win here tonight. Brian Shirley back in 4th. 5th is Harrison under fire from Moody. Out front though, James, 5 down, 3 to go, and leading the way and starting to stretch it out is Mike Marler.
You got to feel good for Ross Robinson. Boom Briggs made it out of heat number one. Yes, he got a break when Herb had issues. Yes, broke. But Ross Robinson doing a good job. His third full year in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, and he's trying to run down Chris Simpson as we will head to the Barron's Performance. 1 lap to go.
White flag in there. The Barron's Performance, 1 lap to go, and it's Mike Marlar out in front. Chris Simpson half a straightaway back, James.
Yeah, back straightaway. Mikey Marlar, Josh Davis, Jerry Sprouse, Cody Smith on the crew of the Great Burning 157. He is going to start inside row 3 tonight, pending the UNO8 scales.
Coming home in second, Chris Simpson. Ross Robinson moves off to the main event. Brian Shirley heads off to the B main. He takes Mike Harrison, Moody, Furman, and Lawler with him. As checkered flag has fallen, and the winner of Earnhardt Technologies Heat Race number 3, Mike Marlar out of Winfield, Tennessee, the Skyline Motorsports Truck Country, Bruning Rock Products, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Can-Am Auto Salvage, Petrov Towing, Brown's Heavy Equipment, VP Racing Fuels, Bill Stein, Clements Powered Longhorn. 4-time winner this year, Mike Marlar. One of those came on tour. He will head to Vasquez, and James, we're going to get ready for the lineup for Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 4.
Again, Marlar 4th in the points heading in tonight. By the way, how about that after 2 heat races? The drivers 14th, 15th, and 16th, and the points are in the show already.
Love it.
And Robinson, Troutman, and Boom. And here comes heat number 4 for the outside of the front row. It'll be the 10, the 2022 Dirt Track World Champion. It'll be Garrett Smith out of Eatonton, Georgia. And Ricky Thornton Jr., the current Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series points leader, sporting the Midwest Sheet Metal Orange spoiler. He's out of Martinsville, Indiana, the 20 RT.
Couple of champs in row 2. Inside of row 2, it'll be defending Mars Series champion Jason Fager out of Bloomington, Illinois in the 25. And you're defending Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series champion out of Martinsville, Indiana, the new deal, Hudson O'Neal in car 71.
Almost the real deal.
The real deal's here.
He is here. Row number 3 on the inside, the defending Farmer City 74 winner out of New Bern, Illinois. You ready? Brandon Shepard. And on the outside, the Paler Motorsports 93, running for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year. Lincoln, North Carolina, the hometown for Carson Ferguson.
Your final 3 starters, Ryan Unziker out of El Paso, Illinois in the 24, Robin Huffman out of Midland City in the 33, and the 81 of Jason Riggs out of College Grove, Tennessee. We head down with Heat Race 3 winner and Dustin Jarrett.
Mike Marlar already a 4-time winner on the year this year. Mike, Chris Simpson showed you his nose underneath of you one time, and it was almost like then you found a groove to your liking on the racetrack. Is that how it happened, or just coincidence?
Well, it's the the track's kind of dark and the dirt's black basically, so I just kind of misjudged a little bit and got a little tight there, and I knew I better get with it after that, So, yeah, Chris races you hard, and this is really his style of racing too. So I was happy to get back ahead of him.
Mike Marlar already 4 wins on the year, guys, going for win number 5. James, the 2003 O'Reilly Auto Parts Battle of the Bluegrass Series champion.
And
DJ,
Rookie of the Year that year. Yes, go ahead.
DJ's going to always bring it back to the Bluegrass
That's
Series.
right.
He's always going to bring it back. Nostalgia, I love it.
There's Garrett Smith, the Dirt Track World Champion 2 years ago in his father Scott Smith's car. So this is a loaded heat race, right?
Well, they're all loaded.
They are all loaded. Yeah, they're all top shelf, as our buddy Michael Despain would say. But Garrett Smith, he's had a quick car all year long.
He's had 3 Victory Fuel Pole Awards this year, and he'll tell you really fast, I should have won all 3 of those races and didn't.
Yeah.
Now, he will not get the Victory Fuel Pole Award no matter what tonight, because that goes to Jonathan Davenport. But if he wins this one, James, he's going to start outside front row, and that kid's a masher. I mean, he likes these kind of racetracks, but oh, by the way, the guy starting beside him, he likes to go fast. He likes cushions. He likes racetracks with character. This racetrack tonight right now checks all those boxes.
What's your favorite flavor of Victory Fuel? They've got some really nice flavors there, so check that out, right?
I have not had one I don't like. You're talking through the Lucas Oil trailer. I grab one out of there.
Sure.
And those are all good. I've yet to have one I don't like, and I can't always say that about some drinks. It's just different flavors, but it's good stuff.
It is good stuff. Thank you to Kevin Swindell and his wife, right?
Yeah.
Do a great job marketing that product. And
Joe and the gang, they do a great job. They really market it well. It's cool to start seeing it in the stores as well. So Jordan Swindell, Kevin, appreciate you guys. I appreciate your support of racing across all divisions. And Jordan, of course, she grew up in my area down in Little Rock, Arkansas in that area. And Kevin from Memphis. So a lot of ties for that family. Right now, though, we're coming to the Nutrient Ag Solutions start zone over in turn number 4. And we're underway with Simpson Race Products heat number 4.
Top 3 mains. Whoa, look out. There'll be 3 B mains again tonight. We'll take the top 2 out of that. And not a good start for O'Neal as he'll slip back onto the racetrack, currently 5th in the points. Out at turn 4, lap number 1 is going to belong to the youngster out of Eatonton, Georgia, Garrett Smith.
Garrett Smith, 1 win on the year, 1 career Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win, and of course it was a big one. It came the Dirt Track World Championship. Back in second, another former Dirt Track World Champion winner, Ricky Thornton Jr. And James, last year, Ricky had 23 wins on the tour, a record. He's already got 5 in 17 events this year, including the last 2.
Yeah, 33 career wins in sporting that Midwest Sheep Metal Loin spoiler. But Garrett Smith right now out in front again, the 2022 Dirt Track World Champion. That was his only win in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series of his career, but it was a big one, $100,000 at Portsmouth, Ohio. And right now, Thornton, Jason Fager knows his way around this track right now, running in the 3rd spot of that Titan Industries 25.
Yeah, Fager, another one of those tough Illinois guys, and Fager sits in 3rd behind Thornton. They're all chasing Garrett Smith. Back and forth. How about Carson Ferguson? First time here in the Paylor Motorsports 93. Not looking too bad, but he's got to get one more spot or he is going to be in one of those 3B mains here tonight. And Hudson O'Neill has got his feet back under him. He's up to 5th, but he really needs one of those Dave Warren Power Sports cautions as he's got quite the deficit.
All right, 2 to go. We'll have the Barron's Performance 1 lap to go next time around the deficit bin. He is still 0.5 of a second. Thornton looking to that bottom. Here comes Fager. Here comes Ferguson, but RTJ on the bottom, and he'll drift up top. 1 lap to go. The Barron's Performance 1 to go for Garrett Smith.
And knowing now Carson Ferguson's coming after Fager. Out front, Garrett Smith, final time out of 2 down the back straightaway, and Carson Ferguson inside of Fager. That's the battle for the final transfer. Off of turn number 4, your winner of the heat race will be Garrett Smith. 2nd will go to Ricky Thornton Jr. 3rd to Fager. Carson Ferguson comes home 4th in Simpson Race Products heat race number 4 with Hudson O'Neill and Ryan Unziker, Brandon Shepard, Jason Riggs, and Robin Huffman rounding out the field. Your 3rd and final transfer, Jason Fager out of Bloomington, Illinois in the 25. 2nd, the Arizona native, Ricky Thornton Jr. in the 20 RT, and the winner out of Eatonton, Georgia, Garrett Smith, the Vicule-powered Rocket XR1, Atlanta Paving and Concrete, Senior Life Construction, Terminal Maintenance and Construction, Senior Life Insurance, I should say, Terminal Maintenance and Construction, VP Racing Fuels, Boswell Oil, the world-famous Cadillac Wrench, all sponsors on that race car, and he had to work for it. Thornton came to life late. Fager had to get up on the wheel to keep Ferguson from taking the final transfer. As James, we get set now for Lucas Oil Heat Race number 5.
Hey, don't forget about our good friend Greg Dethridge, Dethridge Opticians, the most popular driver in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. You have until December the 1st to vote. If you've not voted already, go to our website at lucasdirt.com. Click on the most popular driver. Thank you to Greg Dethridge. Don't forget we have the Coleman Farms Sportsmanship driver that'll be voted on this year as well. And again, the Snowco Race Fuels Road to Wheatland. 2 more heats to go. Heat number 5, brought to you by Lucas Oil. It'll be Cody Overton. He's in the Talon Center Crew Chief XL chassis for Dave Stein. He's out of Thompson, Georgia. And on the outside, the winner of the Illini 100 here last month. It'll be Nick Hoffman, the Ty Touring number 9, out of Mooresville, North Carolina.
Inside of row 2, 4-time series champion Jimmy Owens out of Newport, Tennessee to his outside. Hoffman won the first night of the Illini. Pierce won the final night. The 32P car will start 4th.
It'll be the final winner at East Bay Winter Nationals. Don't forget, we'll be back there for the finale in October. It'll be Dalton Wilson, the 18D, the Rattler Infantry. He's out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Tanner English, former Rookie of the Year, the Coleman Farms 96. He's out of Benton, Kentucky.
Your last 3 starters will be Gordy Gundaker in the 11, Max Blair in the 111, and inside of row 5, J.C. Waller will go down to Dustin, who's with Garrett Smith, who just won Simpson Race Products Heat 4.
Well, Garrett Smith, you pick up the win in Simpson Race Products Heat number 4. You are going to start on the outside front row of the Farmer City 74. How was the racetrack in your heat race?
It was pretty good. I can't see shit out here. It's so dark. Might need to work on putting some headlights out there on the front of the car, because I don't know, there's a few times where I didn't know like how far off to go coming off of 2 over here, but I don't know, we stayed in and had a really good car right there.
Just imagine how fast he'd be, guys, if he could see out there. He's looking for his 2nd win of the year. He won the opener at Screven Motor Speedway's Winter Freeze, looking for his 2nd win of the season. And James, as you mentioned, looking for his 2nd career win with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, Garrett Smith.
James, DJ, if he can't see, we surely couldn't see. We would have no prayer.
Well, I would trade his hair for a set of headlights.
Oh,
I gotta
man.
say,
I don't even know what that means, but yeah, now as we get set for Lucas Oil Heat Race number 5, having a good time. Man, it's good to be back together, James.
Good to see, yes.
It's been a minute, brother.
Despite all the rumors, the TMZ, the trials and tribulations,
we had to
we're back together again.
DJ
reunited, and it feels so good.
DJ
right?
and I had to pay our debt to society, a little prison time. We're back. Well, Garrett Smith.
That's supposed to be hush-hush.
It is supposed to be. Garrett Smith, I tell you what, guys, that was his 6th heat race win of the year. He's been really fast as we get set for Lucas Oil Heat Race number 5, the Nutrient Ag Solutions start zone, and we're underway with Cody Overton and Nick Hoffman bringing us to the green.
Little Sexy into one. Here comes Hoffman on the outside. Jimmy Owens rolls the bottom, and Jimmy Owens will go to second. Here comes Pierce, last year's winner at Fairbury in the Lucas Oil Series. Dalton Wilson trying to make the bottom work, but out in front, lap one, is the Georgia driver, Cody Overton.
Cody Overton, Jimmy Owens in second. Back in the third spot, there's Hoffman, Dalton Wilson in fourth. Pierce getting rolling on the top side. Some movers and shakers in this one. How about Little Sexy in the only Excel chassis in the pit area, leading the way as Hoffman goes to second.
Remember Pierce here a year ago ran off the track, right?
Yeah.
And did not. I don't think he made the show, right?
He did not. He didn't come back
on Sunday night for the rain out makeup. As they come out of turn number 4, it's Cody Overton, Nick Hoffman, Jimmy Owens right now in third. In one more heat after this, we'll have 3 B-mains. Overton lets it slides up the track. Dave Stein, the car owner. That's the car. Well, the car owner that Ryan Gustin drove for a year ago. Talon Center, turn of the wrenches. The veteran crew chief on the 97. Oh, hang on. Pierce. And he's going to lose 2 spots, Ben Shelton.
Man, if second year in a row, he's got his hands full right now. Cody Overton currently 12th in the World of Outlaw point standing, second in that rookie battle. And right now he leads the way, but he's got the driver's second in the Outlaw standings. Here comes Nick Hoffman, and Hoffman is on the move in the 9 cars. They work down the back straightaway.
Dalton Wilson back and forth. Tanner English is fifth. The Coleman Farms injury. Here comes Hoffman on the bottom. We know what he did here a month ago. Will he have to go off the track to win this one at a 2? No, he's going to stay on the bottom. They go side by side into turn 3, Ben Shelton.
Side by side for the lead. Overton drives it off into 3 and 4. The Barons, 1 to goes in the air. Overton's your leader, James.
Farmer City, we love you. Here we go. We're Falls in tomorrow night with Mike Norris. They come out at 2. Overton trying to hang on. The Molly 97. As he comes out at turn 4, Hoffman one more chance, but Cody Overton's going to win. He's 5 here tonight.
Nick Hoffman comes home in the second spot. Jimmy Owens third and final transfer. Dalton Wilson, Bobby Pierce, Tanner English, Gordy Gundaker, Max Blair, J.C. Waller all off to be main action. Your third and final transfer out of Newport, Tennessee. It'll be Jimmy Owens in car number 20, second to Nick Hoffman, the driver native of Belleville, Illinois. And your winner, Cody Overton out of Evans, Georgia, the Clements-powered Excel race car, Molly, along with TriStar Engine and Transmission, Speedway Motors, Shaw Trucking, VP Racing Fuels, Boswell Oil, Earnhardt Technologies Group, Budweiser, and Morley, all sponsors for Little Sexy Cody Overton. James, let's tell him who's going to be starting where in Lucas Oil Heat Race number 6.
Sorry, Mr. Castleberry's on his way. I was just getting a message.
The Wayne.
Yes.
It'll
be the 2022 O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year. He won here a regular show last Saturday night, and then he won at Fairbury on Saturday. It'll be Garrett Alberson out of Las Cruces, New Mexico, the Roberts Racing 58. And on the outside, the driver currently third in the points. In that Big River Steel chase to the championship presented by ARP, it'll be Devin Moran, band in 99. He's out of Dresden, Ohio.
Inside of row 2, Tim McCready out of Watertown, New York in the 1 to his outside. They'll tell you here in Illinois, this is the real Reaper, McKay Winger in the 99W.
Kyle Bronson, a 5-time winner, including the I-80 Silver Dollar Nationals. He's out of Brandon, Florida. Trevor Gundaker, the 11T, out of St. Charles, Missouri.
And your last 3 starters will be Alan Weiser out of Peoria, Illinois, the 25W, the 17SS of Brendan Smith out of Dade City, Florida. David Marlowe out of Deer Creek, Illinois, the M14. Down to you, DJ.
Cody Overton, he just said, man, my heart is beating really fast. Hey, how defensive did you have to get on that last lap after Hoffman showed you his nose?
Yeah, I didn't think he was that close, but no, I don't know. It's awesome. God, you have to drop these shit out of these things around here. It's fun.
How fun's it going to be rolling off from outside row 2 in tonight's A-main?
Man, that's pretty cool. And then on the race here, they said my buddy Garrett won the fourth one, I guess. That's pretty cool. 2 kids from Georgia up front, so hell, this is gonna be cool.
Southeast doing well tonight. He picks up the win in heat race number 5. How about it for Little Sexy Cody Overton?
Well, Dustin Jarrett, I guess they're gonna have to contribute. Brandon Overton's not here, but we got the cuss jar twice
right.
tonight already.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I told Brandon last year that we were going to donate money to the swear jar every time every time he swore on the air, and I'm glad to see the Georgia drivers continuing that tradition here tonight.
The Overton family will have to crowdfund the debt they owe the series for all the. I love it. I just love the energy.
They will never beat Brandon Overton in Muskingum County.
No, that's exactly right.
That'll never happen.
That is. Listen, there was not a long enough censor button for Brandon Overton when I talked to him last year at Muskingum County.
All right, Garrett Alberson, Devin Moran. The winner starts outside of row number 3 tonight, top 3. The final heat of the night for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series at the Nutrien Extra Lucas Start Zone. Ben Shelton, Garrett Alberson trying to go back-to-back at Farmer City here tonight.
Last time he was here, he was number 1. Right now, he's number 1 out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Devin Moran sits back in second. McCready in third. Now Winger goes work on the cushion. Will hold on to it back in the pack. Lap number 1 to Alberson. Second, Moran. And third, McCready's got Winger and Bronson knocking on the back door.
3 Lucas Oil regulars here in 2024. Alberson, Moran, and McCready run the top 3. Right now, Bronson working the bottom of the 99. The Doug Millers hit 3 and McKay Winger as they come off in turn number 2. How about the addition, Ben, of R.C. Whitwell, the veteran modified and late model racer to this program?
I tell you what, I've seen RC win a lot of races in a lot of different cars, and he and Garrett, they were fierce competitors back in the Colorado Late Model Association days, and back in when the Wild West Shootout was in Tucson, and RC has definitely shot some life into that team. They had momentum late last year, and they have hit the ground running this year, and right now he's trying to race into the 6th starting spot for this 74-lap feature tonight, but he slips off a 2, and here comes Moran.
Back-to-back podiums at the toughest dirt late model series in the country, the Lucas Oil Series. A couple of weeks ago at Georgetown and Port Royal. As we go the halfway mark, it's Garrett Alberson, Devin Moran, Tim McCready off at turn number 2. And that little mistake, but he's got it on the gas. He comes out of turn 4 in that Roberts Racing 58 looking good, Ben, with total of 3 to go.
Well, and he didn't just win here last week. He won in Fairbury on Saturday from 6th, and he had to pass a lot of good cars to do it. A lot of confidence for that team. And I tell you what, Ken and Beth Roberts, the entire team, they've worked so hard. And now the Barons, 1 to go, 1 lap between Garrett Alberson and a win in Lucas Oil Heat 6.
Yeah, this is just not a regular Lucas Oil show. It's $25,000 to win here tonight, $30,000 tomorrow night. Come on out to Fairbury at Jones. And on that final Barons performance, 1 lap to go, they go to the checkers. Alberson with the win, Ben. Devin Moran's going to take second. Tim McCready will run third, pending the UN08 scale. So McCready third in the Rocket 1 Valvoline. Devin Moran second. And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, he is in the Mezia Valley Transportation, Bill Sports Shop, Bill Stein Shocks, Sunoco Race Fuels, Romer Machine and Welding, Lucas Oil, Capital Race Decals, Done Right TV, Fast Shafts, R.C. Whitwell, the crew chief on the Ken and Beth Adams Longhorn Clements. How about it? Can he go back-to-back at Farmer City? How about a big round of applause for Garrett Alberson?
I tell you what, that team and
yes, sir.
Dustin and I, we've known Garrett for a long time from when he got started, and you know, back with the good doctor out there and racing out in Arizona and that, and DJ, that young man's come a long way, and I think he's really what he's done represents for a lot of these drivers. He went out there and he was a crew guy for a lot of years and earned his way into one of these rides.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and it's interesting. You know, I heard you guys talking during that heat race there about R.C. Whitwell, of course, crewing for him. R.C., as you guys mentioned, longtime racer himself. And I talked to R.C. at the Lucas Oil MLRA race at Adams County on Sunday, and he said the one thing that I am really having to learn on this side of being on this side of things and being a crew chief are the tires. He said not only